Hi, hello, hey there, how's it going? Welcome back to Weighted Dice, where we play some Dungeons and Dragons with weighted dice, probably. Hi, hi guys, how are you today?
Doing great.
Yeah,
Doing wonderful.
doing
Yeah.
great, doing pretty good.
Good.
Proud of you.
Okay.
How are you? How are you doing?
I'm tired, man. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
I've
You want
been.
to just not do this? You want to just stop it?
You want to go play some video games instead?
Let's go play some PUBG.
Let's go play some PUBG. No,
No, Duck Game's
gonna
free.
We're gonna be playing some Dungeons and Dragons today, as per usual, on a Sunday afternoon. I am joined by 3 of 4 players. Unfortunately, one of our players is face deep in a grave. Not realistically, in the game, as you can see at our bottom left. Her character has died, and we are going to be continuing with the other 3 of us who are here. So let's start with Ted. Ted, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man.
Yeah?
I just recorded a podcast with John, Shelled Games.
Shelfgames.com/podcast.
So I'm feeling lubricated here. I'm ready to play.
Ready to play? Ready to do it up? Okay.
Oh, it's that
Some
kind
games.
of podcast.
Yeah, exactly. And who
Why
are
were you
you
lubed?
playing this afternoon?
Oh yeah, I'm playing Fenric Ironborn,
Okay.
a
Sometimes.
high elf artificer.
Okay. We're also
Yeah,
joined
yeah.
by Romeo Kilo 125.
Hi, everybody. I'm not sure what parts of my camera frame you can see.
No, you're
so I'm
you're
gonna
good.
stay over
I
here.
got you. I got
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I'm here. My character is very angry at the moment, and I'm not sure what's going to happen today.
Not sure what is going to happen today. Indeed.
No, I have no idea what's going to happen.
That being said, we are also joined by our good boy Captain Narwhal04. How are you doing, sir?
I'm super tired.
You super
I
tired.
hope that we can not end on a really bad note for this campaign.
That will be.
If we end.
That is yet to be seen. If we will end
Yeah.
on a very bad note, and of course, I am Dungeon Master Gale. I will today craft a story, or rather, watch a story unfold for the first time. Because, to be honest, I have no idea what's going to happen.
Oh, great.
between our
More
characters.
people, no clues.
Oh no, it's gonna be
Oh,
great.
everyone's
It's gonna be
gonna
a good time. It's gonna be a real good time. So what happened last time?
We climbed a mountain.
You climbed a mountain. Good. All right. That's
We
one step.
entered a town.
Oh, okay. Climbed a mountain. Entered a town. Gotcha.
We saw some people.
Oh wow. All right. Saw some people. See, now we're getting to the nitty gritty of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like you're forgetting a very important part, which
Yeah.
was
Met-
met Stevano.
Met a tiefling who
Oh, yeah.
had somehow plated his horns in gold and
I
silver.
feel like you're missing a very important part that happened before that.
I think you're
none of us
missing
touched
the-
on, and that you
the
guys-
whole decapitation thing.
I mean,
We
you
not
did
killed
cut
a
off
guy.
the dude's head, and
I
then did
actually
a merry
forgot.
around with you. So I mean, that's a pretty big detail. Not gonna lie.
I actually did forget that.
Oh my god, you sociopath! You killed a guy, decapitated.
He's not actually dead.
He is not dead. Thank you, Ted. He is
Okay,
not
you
dead.
decapitated
You
a
attempted
guy,
to kill a man.
Kept his head with you, and you just like, forget. It's no big deal. MBD, bros. MBD. So you brought him with you to the town. Who remembers what the town is called?
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
With one L.
With one L. After the 9 hells. With one L.
No apostrophe.
No apostrophe. So you all went to the tavern. You met up with this tiefling who told you that something deeper and deadlier was going on, and you then decided to look around the town a little bit after getting your room and board, paying a hefty price of your own volition, mind you. And then you found out that the matronry were sort of holding over this town, where they were sort of cursing the entire town. You also found
That's
out that the Goliath that originally took Claw was here, and you just sort of fought him. And
Still has claw.
while you guys
Well, he
were
came
sort
at
of-
me.
he did
He did
come at
touching
you.
my face and stuff.
He did come at you and touch your face. I do have to give you that. But
He was
you did
violated,
actually
Frederick.
kill him. You also killed the bartender by
Right.
via your boy Lander over here. Straight up, just
Straight up
fucking killed a guy.
murked him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lander, in his own defense, one, the guy attacked him. Two, he was trying to intimidate, and we skipped right over intimidation
Yeah.
check to roll
You
initiative.
fucking took a guy, threw him up against a wall, grabbed his horns, and basically
told him to
said,
talk.
"Tell me what I want to know, or I'll fucking kill you." That was
I
basically...
believe my exact words were "start talking."
No, they were not.
I definitely
You
heard
said,
kill
"Start
somewhere in the
talking
sentence.
or
Yeah.
else." And see, an average man who lives out in a mining colony that's under constant assault, when you say "or else," that's a fight or flight sort of situation. And he chose to fight it out. So he threw
He's
you
dead
to
now.
the ground.
I can't take it back. Wait, is he actually dead,
Oh,
or
he's
is he
super
undead?
dead.
Because
No,
well,
dude, you
he
cut
said
him
the whole
open.
town was cursed with this whole thing that didn't let.
No, you fucking
Other
killed
guy
him.
died.
He is straight
Okay.
up dead. His guts on the outside, and he was
You
not.
gutted him
dead.
like a fish.
You just
Okay.
sashimi that mofo.
It's like a flump up in here.
Yeah.
Organs everywhere.
So
You didn't even do that
uh,
much damage.
He
was
was
like a
he's a
couple
level
points,
0
and he was
commoner.
dead.
They have 1 hit point.
Ow.
Yeah. A hard breeze.
Serves
can
him
kill
right
him.
almost.
He was
But
just a
apparently in
hard-working
armor, he's-
tiefling, man.
took,
Yeah, he was gonna die
18
anyway.
to hit him.
Sorry.
It took like an 18 to hit him, I think.
Yes.
He just lives a binary existence where he's like not dead and dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
No,
No
not
in
even
between
death
here.
saves.
He's Schrodinger's tiefling.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live in a constant state of being dead and not being dead.
Yeah.
Only
You'll
when
never
you're
know
dead
until you
will
open that
discover
door.
what it
Roll the
is.
d20 to find out. Oh god.
Okay, so
Jesus.
you all,
Okay.
during your scuffle with the Goliath, there were some casualties, namely most of the town, to
Yes.
which is to say a good percentage, above 90% of the town were then
All
just
of-
incinerated. After
Mhm,
your boy Fenric decided to shoot the orb on the Goliath's staff, causing an explosion, to which you almost died, if I'm
I
not
did.
mistaken. I mean, you-
And Kothric almost died.
and then Kothar almost died. Fenric
Kothar.
almost died. Astrid is 100% dead due to Lander seeing her and thinking, "Oh, I can help." Shove hand in body.
Trying to
Yeah.
find the bleeding.
Try. I gotta find the bleeding. Gotta find the source of bleeding and punch it. Make it stop.
He's just a boy.
He's just a boy. And that's kind of where we're at right now. You guys have been. Lander went to go find some type of temple.
I was carrying Astrid's body through the streets,
Yes.
trying to find a cleric to bring her back to
Screaming,
life.
just screaming
and then
Adrian.
Fenric was trying to heal up Kothar with healing potions, and now Kothar.
Yeah, I think
is
I'm-
Yeah, I gave you one. I gave you
And
one.
that is where we start today's
I
episode.
don't know what I'm at, actually.
I think Kothar and I were on our way to go meet up with Lander,
Yes.
or at least find him.
And if I'm not mistaken,
don't
you
know.
did in fact tell Kothar that the barkeeper is also dead,
Yes,
but not
it said,
in the same
yeah.
means that everyone else had died.
I
Yeah,
understand that Barkeeper's dead and Astrid is dead.
Yeah.
Yes. Also,
And I can
a lot
see
of this
everyone
town
else.
is dead. You,
Yeah, I
you
can
actually
see that,
get up
though.
and you're like, everybody's fucking dead right now. Holy shit.
Everybody dead.
Yeah.
you
Everybody
actually
did.
And so refresh me. When I was looking for a cleric, I didn't see anybody at all.
You
No
saw
living
no
people,
temples.
no dead people. I saw nobody.
Nobody.
Right?
Trinity don't allow temples.
Ghost town.
Okay.
Literally.
Kothar, the amount of dead people here is very reminiscent to your time spent in the monastery, where there was an incident
Okay.
which caused you to sort of like leave. You weren't involved in it directly, but you knew that after everyone sort of had perished, you needed to get out.
Yeah. I don't really want to be here anymore, guys.
Well, let's
Getting a little stressed out.
let's go find Lander and the now deceased Astrid, and formulate a game plan here.
Okay.
I'll be getting back to the square about now, so you don't really have to go looking for me too hard.
I just don't want to be near all these dead bodies.
They're just like they were like melted. Like you can't even tell they're dead
Yeah,
bodies anymore.
their bodies are the equivalent of a nuclear blast.
Is
Oh,
is
so
it
they're
typically
just there's
better?
shadows on the ground.
Not necessarily. They're more like crusted over skeletons.
Oh, so it's Pompeii.
Yeah.
Or so.
Pompeii.
Okay.
Pompeii.
Gotcha.
Um,
I know my history.
I don't feel too. I mean, I'm like wish I didn't have to. I wish
Dang.
everyone else didn't die, but I'm not feeling a lot of
You're not beat up.
regret. They were all weirdos too. They're all in hoods and just like
Yeah.
bowing their heads to this guy.
So,
I don't get it.
Is everyone just ash, Or is there anything that remains of the Goliath or the matronry?
The Goliath is just a body at this point. He's dead.
Yeah.
The matronry were incinerated.
I was just seeing if there's anything left to search.
I mean, you
on them.
can.
I would love to.
Please go ahead and make that investigation check, please.
Investigation.
Basically what you find there on him is you find the remnants of his staff, for one. It's basically like a broken stick at this point.
Yeah, I don't need that.
You find
Where's
his
the
tattered
books?
robes on him. He is wearing a ring.
Mhm.
The ring looks pretty nondescript. Looks like it's maybe a couple years old. Just a brass band.
No markings.
No markings. A couple scratches, but nothing more than that.
Grab that real quick.
The other thing you find on him appears to be some type of rod.
About how long is it? Or how
It's
big?
It's about like this long. So
Any
I'd say about
discernible markings?
14 inches.
Okay.
Not really. It's got no like markings cut into it. It does, however, have a crystal on the very top of it.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah, go
Am I
ahead.
with you? Am I with you? By the way, I think I am.
Yeah, we're just walking around at this point, I believe.
Can I cast identify on it?
You can. So you cast identify as a ritual. So it takes you a couple of minutes to
Sure.
sort of sit down and just sort of look. You just look it over at this point. That's when Lander comes up with still holding the bloody, slightly burned body of Astrid. And you, as he's coming up, you get an inclination of what this is. You know that it is a rod of domination.
Oh, is that how he's controlling everyone?
Okay, yeah, I'll let people know. I make no effort to hide that.
Sure. You're all told that he was holding a rod of domination on his person.
I'll also hold on to it because
I'll hand it over to you.
Okay.
So Lander is walking up. He is sobbing and like seriously distraught.
Hey, you.
I didn't realize you were so close to her.
Shit, hang on. I'm having a hard time getting into character.
Yeah, I know she was hot.
That's not the point. She was our friend. She was here because we said we were going to help you. She didn't deserve this.
You're right. No, she didn't. But people die. That's part of life. You should know that, you murdering fool.
The people... Some people die because of their own actions. She did nothing wrong. Sorry, I'm
You're
trying
right.
not to yell too loudly.
She didn't do anything wrong, but just because she didn't do anything wrong doesn't mean she's dead. I'm sorry. That's really terrible, but we gotta move on.
Fairly certain Astrid understood the cost of these actions.
Hey, Lander.
Yes.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, God.
In the back of your mind, you hear, "It's his fault.
Oh shit!
Oh,
All of
I
this
was
is
already
because of
thinking
him.
okay.
She died because they all died because of him."
Yeah. All of these people just died because of you. You're the reason we're here. We came here to help you. If you hadn't been so nosy and tried to mess with all those rocks under the ground and get yourself infected with the plague.
Both Fenric and Kothar, you both see something near the feet of Lander. It appears to be some type of black mist.
Oh fuck!
Do I know what that is?
You don't. And Lander, you don't see this.
Okay.
I mean, I love to argue with you, but
everything I was already thinking anyway.
okay.
So
We can talk about this in a second. What is that at your feet there?
What? I'll look down.
He tricks you.
I don't know.
He tricks you.
Don't try to change the subject. We're talking about you and what you've done. Everybody you've recruited to help you has died.
I thought you recruited me. I thought we were... I don't understand why you're blaming this whole situation on me. I just killed a guy that was...
You're the one
Gonna
that
kill
got
us and
yourself...
kill her.
No, you went and got yourself infected all the way back in the steel plane. And then the rest of us just all got dragged into this because of you.
Why did you stay with me then?
Because I had to.
No, you didn't. You
They
punk
would
kid.
die without you.
Yeah, you would have died without me.
I'm sure.
Why are
we
you
would've been
questioning
fine,
why I
boy.
left? Or why I'm still here?
Because
You
you're
should be
questioning
thanking
yourself.
me.
Thank you for staying with us. Now can we move on?
You hear me every time I'm starting one of these sentences that when whatever it is whispering in my head that I'm actually like agreeing with somebody else that you don't hear talking.
Okay.
Um,
Can I make it like some sort of check to see if like it seems kind of out of place because he was like
Make
Yeah.
an
agreeing with
insight
something
check.
that insight. Okay.
Something seems off, but you're still pretty unsure about what it is. And then Kothar, you can make the exact same check if you so choose. You're being kind of quiet as well. I'm kind of curious what you think about this whole situation.
I have no quarry with petty human.
You know that
And I
something
have
is very off.
Do I recognize the mist? Is it some sort of darkness I would have seen before?
No, it's nothing that you've seen before.
I want to see if it looks like they're getting more tense towards each other. I want to step in between them
Okay.
and like make it apparent I'm blocking them off. And I want to say, I don't know what issues you have with Fenric, other than the fact that he's murdered people. But I don't think you're able to talk to him about that, considering you've just murdered 3 people in the time I've known you.
And Ace is sitting on my
Or
shoulder,
2,
just like
2, I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of count Astrid.
Ace is kind of like up on his hind legs, like just like he's ready to pounce on you.
He's like, fight me!
He's like, come on, here's my underbelly, let's fucking go.
We've all had our fair share of murder. It's just unfortunate you've had to do it so young in your life. I'm sure if you knew my past, or even Astrid's, we've killed more people than you'd care to know.
yeah, there's a difference between killing people and getting people killed.
They don't know your struggle. They don't know our struggle. They wish to control us. They call you a child.
Are you, Ross? When you hear those voices, are you looking down at the mist, or are you just?
No, because I can't tell that it's coming from the mist. I mean, as a player, I'm assuming that. It's just happening in my head.
He assumes it's his own thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have been like agreeing with it vocally.
Yeah.
I think maybe I can kind of tell that it's not necessarily me, but these are all things I'm already thinking anyway. So it's just kind of
To kind of elaborate on what it kind of sounds like to Lander is it's when you have to talk to yourself like that's not a very good idea, is it? And you're like, no, it's not. But in your head,
yes,
it's that kind of situation where it's like your personality is bouncing ideas off of itself.
Like the talk you have with your conscience.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. It seems like it's your conscience.
Strangely enough, this will make Lander feel much more comfortable and confident in his own opinions. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know what I've been through. You just look at me like I'm some kid.
To me, you are a child. To me, you're all children.
I
Look,
know
Lander,
what to
you-
do with that. That will actually.
I'm very sorry that your beautiful friend Astrid passed away. I'm sorry that I was, the person that made that happen. But I had no intentions to. I'm sorry you guys had to follow me. You can leave if you like.
Yes,
I'm
he
truly
did.
sorry for what happened.
He made it happen.
Do I notice any shift in either Lander or the mist every time this is happening?
Every time Lander seems to agree and get more confrontational, the mist appears to flare up.
Okay, and I'm kind of eyeing it as it.
It
Does
seems to be sort of working its way up his body.
Is an insight check for? Can I do that on myself too, or is that still just a wisdom check?
I am
Or wisdom
rolling those
save?
right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because what that just said would actually contradict what Lander is actually saying and what he believes.
Exactly.
So that would be the first time it disagrees with what he's saying.
Make a wisdom roll. A wisdom
Okay.
saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. You're starting to feel a little uneasy about it, but
Okay.
based on what's happened thus far, it makes it seem like you're just second guessing yourself.
Okay. No, you didn't make this happen. I'm not saying you killed her. I know that. I'm not gonna kill you about it or anything. This is your fault. If you hadn't just, what's this strange glowing rock? I'm gonna go mess with it, and then get yourself all infected.
You're right. That was my
And-
mistake.
I keep kind of like, because I mean Astrid is not a, I mean I'm strong, but I'm not. Carrying a whole person around for an extended period of time is still tiring, especially after getting into a fight and just getting out of another fight and all that stuff. You can pretty much tell that I'm either about to drop Astrid's body, or that may be the only thing that's stopping me from attacking you.
Okay. You're still in front of me.
Not really sure which.
Kothar's still in front of me, so.
Yep.
Communicate body language is difficult.
Look, perhaps we should rest up a bit, and we can think about where to proceed from here on out. And we can talk more if you like. And I should, like, nod my head towards the inn. I mean, it's completely vacant now.
Something.
Yeah, I have the keys here, and I'll like kind of indicate my belt pouch.
We can talk about
we
this
still
in the
have to.
morning.
We still have to find somebody. We can't just leave her like this.
Kevin, cut the grass in it. Put it in it.
On that, I'd like to draw Dagon,
Okay.
and recalling those images that it originally gave me of like battlefield wounds and people dead, and
Mhm.
I want to essentially ask it if there's anything I can do for Astrid at this point.
So when you pull out your blade, you notice something out of the corner of your eye. Like you weren't really thinking about anything in particular besides what you had mentioned, but when you pull it out, you and Fenric both see the mist kind of recoil. But you get no
Like-
response. Almost
like
like,
it just-
you're hearing static.
Like it recedes away from Lander.
Almost like it's shocked.
Is there an origin point for the mist, or is it just at Lander's feet?
Make a perception check.
Because if it's coming from somewhere, Perception.
You can't tell. It seems to be just sort of swirling around him.
I'm gonna,
Me?
yeah, knowing that Fenric has seen it too, I'm gonna say, can you tell the origin point of this strange darkness?
Are you saying that aloud, or are you doing that in whispers? How are you doing?
I'll whisper it in case the mist can hear me, but I know Lander has seen it. He doesn't think of anything of it.
I'm too distracted to pay attention.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
May I try to like kind of sneakily use the new wand of domination on the mist?
I mean, yeah. Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I'm behind Kothar, I think too.
Yes.
Okay, sleight of hand. That shoot.
Okay. I was giving you advantage because you're behind Kothar.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's a 15. And then you need to make an intelligence check.
Can do.
Wow, crit 23. Okay. Yeah, so you kind of like pull this rod out very slowly as to not sort of draw an attention, and you use the recoiling of the mist as Kothar pulls out his new blade. and the mist is recoiling, and you just sort of like point at the mist, and you fire this translucent beam at the mist, and nothing seems to happen. Lander, after that happens, you see this sort of beam just shoot out at your feet, and how would you feel if a beam shot out towards your feet in this situation?
Well, he has already announced to the group that it's erotic domination.
Yes.
So at this point, Lander, I feel like he's trying to dominate me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be very angry about this. So what? First I'm a kid, but then I don't listen, so now what? You're just going to take control?
I wasn't taking control of you, boy. I was taking control of that, and I'm pointing at it.
Has the mist changed in any way from previous?
You still see nothing.
Why don't we go out there?
So wait, I don't even see it?
You don't even see it.
Oh.
It's just sort of like carrots sticking
The
out.
death
What are you
of this
talking
area.
about?
The death of this town is clouding your mind. Something is trying to turn you against us.
And literally, I'm looking at it right now. It's right at your feet.
It's just moved.
So when I look down, I just see
see
cobblestones.
Go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw for me.
This is never going to go well. I have -1 modifier.
Yeah, so
6.
Again, you hear in the back of your mind only much louder and actually in your own voice, as opposed to these whispers. You hear, they assume to take control of us. They want to see us dead, just like they did Astrid.
Can I see any, like-
failed the wisdom save? for
Can I
that.
see any
both
change on
see-
his face? Or he's just like thinking.
That's up to him. But what you do see is you see this mist rising up to his knees at this point.
Yeah, I'm just kind of confused. I will be thinking and confused. Like you said, it's like I'm thinking to myself, except it's speaking in plural pronouns.
Mhm.
So that will be confusing to me and slightly distressing.
Lander, are you like physically contorting your face at all? Like, are you distressed? Like, are you like thinking like?
Yeah, I kind of with the same facial expressions I'm making now. Kind of like looking down, like confused because that sounds like me, but I don't think like that. I mean, I do think you were trying to dominate me, but yeah.
How about
Lander,
we all go somewhere
This
quiet?
confused look.
Lander, don't listen. Don't listen to it.
Don't tell me what to do!
Think about home. Think about the wheat fields and the sun shining on you.
Oh, that's not going to help because that's just going to make me fall to my knees.
So
Because I'm
he-
already crying and upset. So
So
yeah,
he-
Lander's going to fall to his knees.
So when he collapses on the ground, you see the mist sort of forgo from where his knees were, which are now on the ground, and just go up to his neck. And it's now contorting less like a mist, less like this bodiless essence, but now it appears to be almost solidifying around him.
Oh god.
It almost
Does it-
appears like it's creating a barrier, armor almost.
Shit. Alright,
Can I detect magic and find out what this is?
You can detect magic.
Yeah.
So, you know that there is some type of enchantment magic around here.
Okay.
are you able to tell the general direction of that?
It's in
with
front
tech
of it.
magic?
It's coming from the direction of the mist.
I'm
But that's
gonna.
about all you know.
Okay, I can't do anything with that.
I don't know. Like he's obviously like bawling now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is.
I'm lost for words at this point. I'm just holding on to Astrid, sobbing
What?
on my knees and possibly being strangled by whatever this stuff is that I can't see.
So, while he's holding Astrid out, can I just take a quick glance over her body that he's holding and see if her wounds have changed or her face or anything
Nothing.
has happened?
The mist is definitely not even touching her, if it can. It looks
Okay.
like it's just surrounding Lander at this point.
That's what I was checking.
Think
What?
about Steel Plane and think about Astrid when you guys first met. Fight it. Don't let it take you.
What's directly behind Lander?
Like the rest of the people.
Well, I'm saying, but like anyone specific, like the Goliath or any of the matronry?
Nope, no one in particular.
Okay.
Lander, when you think about Steel Plane and when you met Astrid, what comes to mind? Just
that night
off
in the
the rim.
tavern where we all met, and I coaxed all these new people in town into dancing because it was festival time and it was happy. And before any of this happened, we were just all drinking and having fun.
Wisdom saving throw. You feel better about your situation, but there's still this lingering feeling because it was immediately after that you were told, go to the mines. Go do this for us.
Yeah. Then the explosion happened, and that's when all this started. I'm still. It's more.
Why did we go to the mines?
Sad than anything. The explosion.
Yeah.
The goblins.
That wasn't my fault. So this
No,
this all started for something else.
No, you're right, but we didn't have to. Yeah.
Don't listen to the voice. It's not yours.
It's when he says don't listen to the voice.
Mhm.
The voice in your head says, what voice? What are they talking about?
What? Don't listen to what? You? I don't want to listen to you anymore.
Can I make another perception to find where the mist is?
Yeah, enough time has passed that you can do that. Nope, still nothing.
Fuck.
Still nothing. Man, you were just
Two
sucking it up
sixes
today,
in a
huh?
roll? Are you serious?
You're doing real good today, huh? So
Bullshit.
yeah, you feel like you're able to come back to your faculties a little bit here, Lander, and you guys can go off if you so choose.
Are you still like crying?
Oh, it just all of a sudden, all this whole situation just kind of disappears.
No, you feel like
Oh, I
if-
feel better.
yeah, you
Okay.
personally feel a little bit better.
Okay.
You're not sure if
so-
it's just because you got a nice cry out or what, but
Good cry makes
you're
everyone
starting to
feel
feel a little bit better.
Okay, I get you now. So yeah, coming off my last, it's like don't listen to what you. I never listened to you. But you're right. She wouldn't want us to fight.
I wanna fight.
We should at least put her to rest properly somewhere. She liked trees.
Do I see any nice trees around?
You don't. You're on a mountain.
There's not a
trees
forest
and
outside
mountains.
the town.
There's the one where
You're on a
Stefano was.
mountain where they mine metals. So you're not going to see any trees here. Not till you get
There's the
back
one where
to the actual base of the mountain.
There's the one where Stefano was.
Can I put her in a
Just
bag
make
of
a
holding
base.
or no?
Sorry?
I
I mean, you could. She is technically already dead. So, I mean, you could just stuff her in a bag of holding.
I could take her for a while until we find a proper place. You can take the bag if you like. If you don't feel comfortable.
No, that's okay. And as long as we can do it in a nice way, so it's not like just dumping her in.
Exactly.
I guess I'm okay with that.
So
I'll give him the bag of holding then.
So the bag of holding has a mouth that's this big.
She's small.
She's not small.
I mean, that's the size of my head. You're not going to squeeze someone's shoulders in there without at least cutting
Okay,
them off
fine.
first.
Nope.
Yeah, about that.
I mean,
I mean, you did chop
No.
a dude's head off.
yeah. Where is that guy anyway?
He's still in the
Yeah.
tavern. No
He's
one's
back at
grabbed
the
him.
tavern.
No
To
one
which
grabbed
I
him.
have the keys. And I still don't really feel bad about killing the innkeeper.
You really don't feel bad
Um,
about killing the innkeeper, in fact.
I really don't.
You actually figure it was his fucking fault.
It was his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he actually pulled a weapon on me. I just wanted them to talk. not my fault he didn't know the difference between a threat from a 17-year-old and an actual like danger.
Granted, you are big as
Um,
fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
You look like you 22.
so, oh god,
We should just go back to the inn and rest a bit.
Yeah.
We're all pretty effed up.
yeah, there's nothing we can do with Astrid, so I guess just take her with us and put her in a bed. Carrying around a dead body, carrying around an undead body, different story. Carrying around a dead body, I don't like doing.
Of your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and find the nicest room in the inn, unlock it, and put Astrid on the bed. Go back out, close the door, and lock it again.
All right, so you find the nicest room. You put her on the bed. You just lock the door.
Yep.
While looking around the tavern, Kothar, you find this innkeeper's body because no one really took care of it. You sort of left it there. It looks like it has been ravaged almost. Like
Are his eyes still open?
yeah,
I'm gonna.
they are staring.
I'm
just
peacefully
straight
gonna
ahead.
close them.
You close his eyes and you what do you do with him?
I'm gonna give him a quick search over, see if there's anything important about the situation we're in.
You notice
I'll-
that he has a large cut on his front.
Yeah.
Where it looks like some of his organs are spilling out already. It was deep. It was definitely a fatal wound. You can tell that if he had maybe gotten medical attention a couple of minutes, he probably would have survived. But not anymore. He is cold.
I'm gonna drag him outside to the front of the tavern,
Okay, you drag him outside.
and I'm gonna. Is there any like wood piles or anything nearby? I'm assuming they have for a tavern.
Yeah, they've got someone back.
I'm gonna just make a small like square pile,
Okay.
place him in it. I want to give him a proper burial.
So you put him on a funeral pyre.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure none of his belongs on there. I'll bury those or give them to whoever knew him.
Well, you have a good idea that whoever knew him is also dead.
Oh,
Is there anyone in this town now?
It's been quiet.
Okay. I'd like to find a room to myself, and preferably a key to said room. Unless
We had rooms already.
Yeah,
We
you all
had
had separate rooms
taken
already.
rooms.
You were already given a key to it. So you go to the room that you had reserved, and you just sort of do what?
Well, I'll let Lander know that we should meet in the morning,
Okay.
and we'll talk about where to go from here
Sure.
and what to do with Astrid. And then I'll go in my room, and I will lock my door, and I will cast alarm on the window and the door.
Okay. So you keep yourself sort of locked up.
Yeah.
And then not Fenric, but Kothar, you finish giving this man a proper tiefling burial, something that you're actually accustomed to doing. You were probably in charge of a good handful of the burials at your old monastery before the incident, and you learned a lot of different rites. Go ahead and make a religion check real quick, though.
gotcha. Please be good.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah,
22
there
would
we
be a
go.
really good one, actually. So as you're sort of going over the burial rites, you remember in your head that
I will make a point to say it in abyssal for him.
you know that there is one thing that tieflings do when someone of importance dies, is they'll actually remove one of the horns.
Okay.
And they will actually plant that in the place where they lived, so that their body it acts like a ground for their spirit. So that if it were to be like a phantom or a ghost, it instead of haunting the place, goes into the horn itself.
Would I know if tieflings prefer gold or silver?
You don't know. Most tieflings don't gild their horns.
Yeah.
You assume that either of these will work.
Which I'll pick whichever one looks more like. I'm assuming their horns are pretty similar.
Yeah, his supposed to round up like this.
Like goat ram horns.
Like ram horns, basically.
Okay, I'll just grab one and I'll take a dagger or something and put a notch in it and try to break it off. Essentially.
You try and do this for a while because it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because his horns are he was definitely very healthy, Normally, when they do that for the elderly, it's very easy to just snap the horn off when they die. But this man was very healthy, so it takes you a little while of like trying to chisel around it. But you're able to get the horn off pretty after a couple of hours of really trying to work it off without actually like breaking his skull.
Yeah.
Because that's a bad fucking time. That's it's good you got that 22. Otherwise, you're going to pop that sucker off. But you spend a good time doing it, and you actually pull it out. Do you plan to inside the inn, or where do you do? Where do you do it?
If I can, I'm assuming it's a nice inn, but it's probably got like some shoddy spots on the floor.
Yeah.
If I can, I want to find a loose floorboard and plant it underneath the floorboard in the base of the inn.
Yeah, there's definitely one that's loose. You pull it out, you just basically plant the horn face up underneath.
Yeah.
And you put the board back. You assume that that's going to be good enough.
I see this going on outside.
Yeah, you see him in the back burning a body.
Okay.
You see that it is definitely a tiefling body.
Okay. He's a good boy. He's a good guy.
Kothar, go ahead and gain 1 inspiration for performing funeral rites for a man you hardly knew.
I mean, the innocent don't deserve to die. I may be a lizard folk, but even I know that.
You start thinking maybe I could just like chew a little bit, just a little bit.
Nah, tieflings don't taste that good.
So that's what you spend your evening doing, and then Lander, what do you do during the evening?
I will going back down to the bar, finding a large bottle of something and drinking all of it until I am unconscious.
So you begin drinking quite heavily, in fact. It's about the middle of the night. The other two have gone to bed at this point. You're just still drinking. After a while, you think, "Oh man, this was a bad idea. I don't want to do this." And then you see something across from you, across from your table, and it's a being. It looks like it's a man, maybe in his early 30s, late 20s. Looks to be maybe human. You're not quite sure. Fairly large build, but he's wearing just this blackened clothing that seems to sort of meld together. And he's holding a glass of brandy and just sitting there drinking with you. And you.
This is important. How attractive is he?
He's like a hard 7.
Not bad.
He's not bad.
Okay.
He's not overly attractive, but he's also not
Okay.
hideous.
Okay.
He's pretty average, but you can definitely tell that some of his bone structure is very fine. He could probably make up with, he could probably get any regular woman he wanted in a bar.
Okay.
But he's just sitting there staring at you and drinking along with you. Every time you go for a drink, he seems to copy it.
When I first see him, obviously I'll be startled because I'm pretty sure everybody's dead. Who are you? And I'll probably stand up, knocking the table over.
Yeah, so when you knock the table over to your side, trying to who are you? He's just still sitting there, and he'll get up, and he'll just drop his glass, and the glass just lands flat on the floor. None of the liquid seems to spill out or even move. And he says, "That is not important. What is important is that I am like you. We both have suffered loss. Why worry about it, my dear, dear Lander?" And he looks up. "Those men above, they wish you harm. They wish you so much harm. Look what they did to your friend, to these people. Don't you wish to protect people from them?"
What do you mean? What they did to these people?
You saw.
They didn't do anything. The Goliath did this, didn't he?
Lander, you and I both know that's not true. Why do you think you were sent here? Off the visions of some lizard man? He was sitting there talking to a sword, Lander. He can't be quite right in the head. Am I wrong?
Hang on a second. I look at my character sheet.
I will make it a point. I don't think I've ever actually talked it out loud to the sword.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. And the other one, the elf. Surely he means you ill will. The way he's dismissive. The way he wishes to own you. Like cattle. That must be what he thinks we are. Cattle for the slaughter. I understand you, Lander. I understand you all too well. I would have done the same thing to the priest. Your friend Leaf, he suffered greatly. That priest sent you there. Sent us there. Now then.
Keep talking. I just realized something.
Please. Would you like a drink?
How drunk am I? Like, how
You
long
are-
has it been since
You
I...
have been drinking for hours.
Okay.
You have a high constitution, so it takes you a while to get drunk. To get
Well-
wasted.
Okay.
I can get you anything you want, Lander. Anything you want.
The only thing I want is for this whole situation to be fixed so that I can go home.
Yes, home. Back home to your parents' stead, where life was simpler. Where life made sense. How about
Yeah.
we go
Sorry,
back
go.
home? Wouldn't that be nice?
I have a job to do first. I made a deal. Can't.
You made a deal with a crazed man in a bush. Does that seem like the kind of deal you should be associating with? Helping out hedge wizards. What would your parents say? What
They
would
would-
she say? So at this point, he every time he speaks, he seems to walk a little bit closer to you.
Kiss.
Yeah.
I didn't just make a deal with Randolph. I was given this mission by, oh god, what's her name? By the leader of my village.
S.
Something. Dark
It's
Elf
in
lady.
here.
It doesn't
I gotcha.
matter.
Aleska Nymian.
Thank you.
Now then,
And my parents would tell me I have to keep my word. They wouldn't want me to come home now.
oh,
I have to finish this first. And I'm getting increasingly agitated and louder, so I don't know if you guys...
so you're
Here.
both asleep, so I need you to make perception checks at disadvantage.
I'm trancing, so I'm not like. And I have keen senses.
How do you have keen senses? It's the elf thing, right?
Yeah.
You just gain
proficiency in perception. I always
Yeah,
forget.
yeah.
I keep forgetting.
Yeah, so
Perception.
perception.
All right.
So that okay, and then Kothar.
By perception?
Yes.
It's already there. The 1612.
Oh shit, I see it. Okay. Yeah, you guys hear Lander kind of just like talking to himself. Kind of almost.
Can I put a
yelling at
glass up
himself.
against the wall
He's beneath you.
or at the floor?
Yeah, you put a glass at the floor, and you hear him just kind of just yelling at himself.
Okay.
Lander, please. There's no need to get aggravated. I'm speaking to you calmly, am I not? I wish you no harm. We're friends. We're the closest of friends.
I have a question. I'm sorry to interrupt. And
No, go
break
for
the
it.
flow. I have a question about the room we're in. Many bars have mirrors behind the bar. Is there one there?
There is no mirror.
Fuck. Okay. I'm going to walk over to the bar. I guess I'm going to walk over behind the bar and find another bottle because the one I had was on the table that I just turned over.
Yeah, it's crashed to the floor.
Yeah. I'm going to go find something else. Perhaps thinking about home and all this stuff is starting to sober me up a little bit, so I'm beginning to think I understand what's going on, maybe a tiny bit. I mean, I don't know much about the world, but I think I know when somebody's trying to take advantage of me and talk me into something. So I'm going to go pour another drink and try to put on a more confident persona than I have previously.
Okay. All right. Are you trying to deceive him? Or are you trying...
No, I'm just kind of paying attention, like... I recognize when somebody's trying to take advantage of me.
So you're trying to, like, really focus in. Granted,
Yeah.
you cannot sober up that fast with memories. You are not some kind of drinking superhero. You sober up at the normal rate.
Well, I'm still going to go
have
find
been
another
drinking
bottle
straight
and pour another
alcohol.
glass.
You've been drinking straight alcohol for like 3 hours.
Okay. Then why am I still alive?
He's doing alcohol.
You're very constitutional.
Doing the alcohol.
You're doing all the drink booze.
But yeah, so I'm still going to go get another bottle.
Yeah.
Stay behind the bar, so now the bar is between me and whoever this person is. And... but I am, like, making attempts to, like, stand up straight and look him in the eye and stuff.
You look him in the
not
eye and
as
you,
distraught. I guess I should say I calmed down, not sobered up.
Yeah, when you look him in the eye, you feel... You don't feel weird. You don't feel like you're being assaulted or anything. You don't feel like you're trying to be tricked. He gives off this feeling of someone who legitimately cares about you. Kind of like when you would talk to, a loved one or a really close friend. His body language is that of someone that trusts you. Lander,
Okay.
let's just have a nice little talk, shall we? And he'll pull out a stool for himself next to the bar and just sort of sit down. And he says, "Bourbon, please." And he gives you a nice toothy smile.
That's probably what floor behind.
cut
So
out
I'll have to reach down and get the cheap stuff.
Okay.
Pour him a glass.
So you reach down and you pour him a glass of bourbon, and he'll pick it up and start sipping on it a little bit.
So
It's very cheap bourbon, but he'll just drink it. He kind of winces a little bit as he drinks it.
I'll pour the glass, put the bottle down on the bar, and lean in. Like leaning on the bars, like, okay, so let's talk.
Yes, let's talk. Now, Lander, what is it you want? Not just to go home, but really, what is it you really want? Think about that question.
I want to be... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Fenric and Kothar, you can actually hear. Well, I don't know if Kothar was actively listening in. Were you?
I mean, I if it's something to do with the human, yes.
Okay. You assume that he was just yelling at himself. Did you want to investigate further?
Knowing what I know about the things that I know, yes.
Okay, so you both hear him referring to himself in the third person. Because you're hearing both sides of this conversation through his own mouth.
Oh.
Okay,
No,
it's messed up.
You were saying, Lander?
I want... I want freedom. It's boring back home. I mean, it's safer than here, but I'm tired of farming and boxing and drinking and the same thing over and over again.
So you want to be excited in your life. You want fun. You want for people to care. For people to know who you are. Correct?
Yes.
We can make that happen for you. It's actually quite easy. What is your favorite thing about being out here? Out here on the mountainside? Is it your compatriots? The fight? The thrill of being just?
It's control. I can do what I want. People. I don't have to be careful around people.
You want
I can
to just
be me.
do. Not worry about the laws and regulations. You just want to act because people refuse to act. There are so many barriers, blockades, others telling you what you can and cannot do. And he kind of like looks up. And you assume you already infer that he's talking about Fenric.
Hmm. I'll look at him with a little bit of a half grin and say, "You know what my favorite moment has been since I left home?
What was that?
Well, we were on the road one day, and we heard some kind of fight or battle going on, and we just kept on going.
The ability to ignore.
We didn't go see what was going on and fix the situation just because that's what we were supposed to do, and that's what people expect. We got to... That's their problem. I don't have to make everybody else's problems mine.
You're a free man. Nobody would expect you to do the will of the guards. You're not a guard. You're not locked down to one area, working day in, day out, stopping drunks and pickpockets. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. You're a real hero.
You know, there was a time when being a guard actually sounded like a pretty good life. It's
Look
better
at
than
you
farming
now.
anyway.
Look at you now, so strong, so free. I can offer you more freedom.
I feel like I need to make a save here of some kind.
That's up to you. This is all up to you.
Okay. Yeah,
It doesn't have
I'm
to be a
gonna
save.
do that.
It can be what you feel your character would do.
Oh, well, because that sounds really good, but it still feels wrong.
That's up to you and your brain.
Oh God. No, I can't. I agreed to this, and when I get home, there's nothing to stop me from leaving again. Nobody stopped me this time.
Oh,
It was always
But-
just fear.
what if you get home and your parents need you? Your city needs you. And you get stuck. You're the strongest of anyone. You need to become a guard now. You need to protect the whole city. And never leave. You'll never have that freedom. At least not the kind that I can give you.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Just disappear? There are people waiting on me.
I wouldn't say disappear, but become better. Fenric and Kothar, perception checks. Fenric, you are your glass is not.
Sorry, I was muted there.
Yeah, no worries. It was funnier. Your glass seems to be having issues. When you look back, you notice that there is a black mist inside the glass. it seems to be stopping you from hearing what you want to hear. Fenric, because I'm not Fenric, but Kothar, because you have your ear or whatever the ear thing lizards have is down to the boards. You can hear
my sound hole.
Your audio canal.
Yeah.
It sounds like someone is trying to make it. It sounds like Lander's trying to make a deal with himself.
So, I want to try something.
Okay, what do you want to try?
I don't know how well it'll work,
Okay.
but I want to try and cast silence in the room below me.
You have to have vision. Otherwise,
Can
you're
I-
going to be casting this at a way big disadvantage.
Can I put a hole in the floor?
I mean, okay. How are you going to put a hole in the floor? Let's workshop this real quick.
I got claws. I want to find like a loose piece of wood, like pull it up a little bit, dig around. I just need like something I can see down to where Lander is.
It would take you way longer to do that.
Just hear scratching for like hours.
Yeah, you know that your claws are good, but they're not enough for you to like claw deep into a floor. You would be there for a while. You know that the best way to get inside of this place is to head downstairs.
Well, then can I just like get at an angle where I can look, stand at the top of the stairs and look down
You can
into
sneak.
the tavern?
You could definitely
I'll do that.
sneak.
I'll do all that then.
Okay.
Stealth
Do the thing.
check. Son of a bitch.
Hey, Lander, perception check.
Hear me! Hear me roar!
Thank you. Thanks, Amy.
Perception.
You don't see them.
Oh my god. I did it.
On the topic of possibly having weighted dice for this game,
So,
been rolling
these dice are
4
digital.
7s in a row.
so you're still talking with this shadowy man, and he looks to the stairs, and he says, "We have a visitor. We'll talk again privately." When you look over to the stairs where he pointed, you see that Kothar is just sort of standing there with his hand up, like he's about to take another step out.
I'm not like being super stealthy. I'm just like standing there watching. I don't want to be like, I'm trying to be like, ooh, getting to
So,
ya.
so
So
creepy.
when you came out, you saw Lander just sort of sitting there at the bar behind the
Yeah.
counter with a bottle and 2 glasses.
Okay. Can I immediately see a liquid difference in the 2 glasses?
One they look about the same. It looks like he's probably
Okay.
be drinking from both of them.
Okay.
It looks like he's having issues kind of like standing up a little bit. Like he's
Yeah.
using the countertop as like a brace.
I just wanna calmly say, Lander, I know we've been through a lot today, but you should get some rest. We still have much to do in the morning, and you being drunk and tired will not help the situation. And I'm just gonna turn and walk.
So did Tall, Dark, and Handsome just like vapor, like poof into thin air?
You look at the stairs, you look back, and he's just not there.
Okay, so I looked away when
Yeah.
he said we have a visitor. Okay. and
As
then I
most
looked back.
people do when they say, "Hey, look, there's a person over there." You're like, "What?"
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
So I'll say my line, and and then I just want to like, I'm assuming I have an idea of the situation that's happening from seeing the mist and all that. With my knowledge of things, I'm just gonna take like as if I'm walking up the stairs, just stop, take a step back down, look at him, and say, "Be wary of what one own mind can do to it," and just walk off.
Nice. That fucking mind explosion you just left.
Yeah. So
Walk away.
Yeah, so I'm like was leaning like both arms on the bar, like leaning across, like I was talking really close and quiet to someone. I looked over. You said this. Looked back. Dude's not there. And with my 14 intelligence, you said what you just said, and I'm like, what?
I'm not reiterating. I don't have time for that shit.
Well, no,
bedtime,
like you
boys.
turned and walked away, and I just like behind you, like 90s sitcom. What?
Exactly.
And then
Lizard man, I ain't got time for this.
I guess I'll just
Do I see the
Take the
mist
bottle, go up, find a room, and pass out for the night.
before that happened? Did I see the mist in the little glass there?
You did see the mist, but when you heard footsteps outside your door, the mist seems to have receded back into
Oh, okay.
into the floor.
Okay.
So you all sleep. Lander, you have this dream, which is not a dream that you are new to. It's a dream of being entirely free, having your own land, being able to go where you want to go, having people work for you as opposed to needing you to work. And it just seems good. And every time you do, you keep seeing in what appears to be like the corner of your eye in these very very lucid dreams of this same man just ushering you in.
Am I alone in these dreams? Like, is it just me and then like the people that work for me and this dude that's
No, it's
my right-hand
people
man, or is it
that seem to want to be around you, people that think of you as some kind of hero.
Mhm. I meant, like, are my loved ones there?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
It basically seems like it's a perfect world where you are free and have no obligations.
That's nice.
Okay.
You all wake up in the morning. It's about 8 a.m. There's no rooster to awaken you. There's no bustling around. You wake up once again to this dead town.
Yeesh.
Did I actually get the benefits of a long rest?
Yeah.
Good. Because I needed that.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to fight you yet because I'm hurting so bad.
You
That's
would have
the entire reason why I didn't want to fight you
I
yet.
had no abilities. All I had was a big sword.
Damn it, that was my chance.
We
You
could have
should-
handled
If
him.
you wanted to fight me, yesterday was the day.
Yeah.
Could've just
Now
done
you'll
yourself,
just fucking
man.
die.
Oh.
I blew
Alright.
it all on murdering a tiefling.
Um,
Okay.
So yeah. So what do you guys want to do that morning?
Knock on Lander's door.
You are woken up by a knock on the door.
What?
I'm gonna have one of these in my hand that I found behind the bar.
Okay, he holds up like a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
He's
You
made.
apparently made it, like,
Yeah.
in my drunken state. It's like, I'm gonna want this tomorrow.
How you feeling?
Lander's naked,
He always sleeps naked.
by the way. Yeah. Well, he's mostly naked all the time. He's actually naked now.
You actually don't see his nakedness this one time, because his body is covered to the brim with this blackened mist up to his neck is just covered, and it's constantly swirling around.
I'm stress eating. I'm stressed.
Yeah.
A little stressed.
Oh, you're
I got an
a
extra
little stressed?
sandwich. I'm gonna throw it over to him.
Okay, you toss him a sandwich.
Can I try to catch it?
Yeah,
or
no.
am I being
Make a dex
confined
check.
in any way?
No, just make a
Sorry?
dex check.
You're a free man.
Dex, I'm hungover.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was a save.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's so drunk he needs
Yeah,
to save.
you're able to catch the sandwich. It kind of falls apart as you're trying to catch it because he's throwing an open sandwich in the air. But
I figured it was wrapped, but
all the pieces and you just kind of like slap it together.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good sandwich.
Thanks. And
Meat,
I'll just,
cheese.
like half the sandwich in one bite.
Yeah, it's meat,
'Cause-
cheese, egg.
All right. Well,
Egg.
So Gouda and egg.
Owlbear?
we'll be downstairs when you're ready to go.
Did you just not acknowledge the fact that I'm covered in this black mist? This
I
whole
see
time?
it. But
He
I can't
sees
do
it. He's
anything
not
about it.
acknowledging it.
You don't see
I
it.
just-
You
I
don't
just
see
What's
it.
the matter?
You feel free to
just-
say you were born.
So I don't see it at
You
all.
don't see it.
No,
Okay.
we're
Cool.
we're fucked if you go
Um,
crazy.
I just like slowly leave. Just
I'm waiting on a handout for this to tell me, like, oh, you have this now.
no.
You get a plus 18 for badass smoke.
Oh no, we're doing this shit live.
Oh, God.
Okay, so when you head back downstairs, Fenric, you see that Kothar is already down there. He appears to be eating something. Kothar, what are you eating?
Sandwich?
What's in the tavern
In
that
the
I would have
tavern,
gotten my hands on?
various dried foods. There was also some eggs and what appears to be a makeshift cooler.
I'm
which
definitely eating raw eggs,
okay.
shells
He's
and
just
all.
like popping like these raw eggs. You assume that they're hard-boiled eggs. At first, you're like, oh, that's nice. And you see him just fucking chomp one, and like all this like yolk and egg white just come out. It's dribbling down his face. You just see him kind of like lick it up. He's doing this weird thing where he licks into the eggshell,
My little
like-
lizard tongue.
like lizards
Oh.
do.
Do you eat mice?
I abstain from living creatures.
I
My
was,
mother
sorry, I was
raised
asking.
me
I
better.
wasn't asking you out loud. I was just seeing if you're kind, like
Yeah.
ate mice.
Yeah, they do. I don't.
Yeah.
I abstained from living creatures
Yeah.
unless they're fighting me. I imagine
Jesus.
I look over at Frennick. I'm like, just like Mom used to make, and I look down and just cry a little bit, like if I knew her.
He just
That's
continues licking up egg. You
It's-
also eat some like breads and stuff.
Yeah.
The breads have been crusty for a few days.
I hope there's a lot of eggs. I'd love to carry these
There
around
is a
with me.
lot of eggs.
Good. I want to have a pouch on my side just full of
Yeah, you
eggs.
just
an egg pouch?
continue putting eggs in your mouth. Little bit of
Shit's
tears.
like candy.
Yeah. Lander, you
So
you finish eating your sandwich.
Yeah.
You feel really well.
Um,
You feel really well rested. You don't
Okay.
know what happened last night. You assumed you're just really fucking drunk.
Am I hungover at all?
No, you're not hungover whatsoever.
Okay, I would expect to have been.
You assume it's because how good of a sleep you got. You kind of think like you were right at the right point where you were kind of like having drunk hallucinations, but you weren't hungover.
Is that a thing that actually happened?
Yeah, dude. That's a thing.
Okay. Never been there.
I'm gonna whisper it. I'm gonna like look at Kothar. Like, did you hear that boy last night?
Yes. We need to figure out what's plaguing him as soon as possible.
I'm just afraid we'll have to do something drastic if we can't.
I will get dressed, such as I do anyway.
Put on pants, I guess.
Get all my stuff. Yeah. Get all my stuff together, and yeah, I'm gonna go get Astrid's body.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I will bound
Fine.
cheerfully down the stairs, like energetically down the stairs, and be like, okay, let's go find a place that Astrid can rest. Like at this point, I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, and okay, we can put her in the ground now.
That was fast. How's my scar feeling these days? Is it getting like?
You don't feel it.
Oh yeah,
Don't feel it?
You actually don't feel it right now.
All right.
You just completely are. You feel desensitized to it. I mean, it's still there.
You definitely would have noticed how stressed you'd been getting.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it hasn't flared up in a couple of weeks. In fact, I'm sorry. It
Interesting.
flared up the last time. You don't feel anything since yesterday.
Okay.
Weeks. It's been
Woo.
that-
yeah. I was like,
We're gonna
wait,
give-
what?
We slept for
We
3
give
weeks.
kind of a strange look to Lander. He's obviously very positive today for some reason.
Some more
Okay.
person.
Yep. Perhaps we should move on then. And I'll get ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, you guys grab your stuff and you head out for the day. Do you guys want to do anything in this town?
Nope. Want to get the fuck out of here? Let's go.
Okay.
I'd take some potions along the way if they're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys go to the general store and you find some small vials of healing potion. You can pretty much take whatever you want.
Sweet. I'll just put it all in my bag holding.
It's like 8. It's like 8 potions.
Okay. I don't really care what they are. I just want them.
Okay. You just grab some potions and you're like, yeah,
Yep.
fuck it. Put it all in.
Yep.
Scoop it all in there. What about the other two of you? Do you guys want to do anything else in town?
I am waiting on the other two.
Okay.
I want to get the hell out of here. I want to get the hell out of Hell's Gate, and lay my friend to rest, and
Take a nap.
get this job over with so I can get home.
Okay.
That's like solid plan in my head. This is what I want to do. Let's do it.
Before we leave,
Yeah.
I want to give one solid sweep over the center of the town for anything that's sticking out or something we may have missed since we were kind of preoccupied with each other.
Make an investigation check for me.
Oh God, please be good.
Yeah,
Woo!
you
Nice.
you kind of look around. You're like, guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. You just want to do a quick search. So you look around and you notice that there is you get an inkling that you should check the Goliath again.
Hmm.
So when you do, you look over his body and you see that his ring is missing.
Which ring?
The only ring you found on him.
The
That simple
band?
brass band.
Oh, I thought I took that.
Did you?
I remember taking it.
Oh.
That explains why it's not there anymore.
Okay.
Hey,
Well,
hey!
then you find nothing.
Got it. I wrote it down. I was like, I'm gonna grab that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm wearing it. I don't know if I would have put it on, but I'm pretty sure I at least have it on me.
Okay. Then yes, you find nothing.
Cool. Anything else important I should know about?
Do you try and look for it?
I mean, I'll check. I'll seeing that it's not there, and like I'll have like a brief moment of like, where'd that ring go? And I'll check like, wait, didn't I take it? And I'll just like pat myself down real quick.
You don't find it.
Well, shit.
What are you looking for?
There was a ring on this Goliath that I procured for myself yesterday, and it is no longer with me.
Did you leave it at the hotel?
I think that may be what's causing our issues currently.
The ring. You think that's causing it?
Seeing as how powerful this Goliath was, I wouldn't underestimate.
Are you whispering this out of my earshot?
You're at the gate.
Well,
they're in the
yeah,
center
we're
of
over
town.
at the Goliath.
You said that you were
Okay.
waiting for them to come by, so.
I'm just
Not
being
yet.
very stoic and lizard folk.
Nice.
Lizard folklore.
Do you think it's perhaps connected to the mist?
Seeing as he could freely control a black ooze to dominate people's bodies, I wouldn't think too lightly of it.
All right. Well, we'll keep that in mind.
Just
and
keep
then,
an eye on Lander's hands.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head back. Do I notice that he's wearing the ring?
He doesn't have a ring on him. I mean, besides whatever ring you may have been wearing. I don't know.
Yeah, like the
if you
brass
wear
ring, I
rings.
guess.
No, he doesn't appear to have a brass ring on him.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right.
I mean, the only thing you really
Um,
notice is the fact that he's got this giant, swirling mass of black mist around his body. But
Yeah.
besides that, totally normal.
Just a normal day.
Just
with
a normal
Lander.
day.
Just giving him some space. He's just going through a thing.
It's his
He's
puberty.
tired.
Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say that joke. God damn it. Still that built-up
So-
angst.
Where should we go? I mean, they told us to come up here, and
Disney World.
no, there's nothing.
Oh wait, did we ever actually find Claw?
You hadn't.
Um,
Head up the hill. Or
are there
no.
any? Is there anything? Was there like a big mansion higher up?
Nope. You do know
It
this
was
is
just
a
like-
mining colony, however.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Should we check the mine?
if you want, I'll check the mine. If you want to keep Lander company, I don't think we should leave him alone.
I
Not
don't want to
even
be anywhere near this guy.
Not even for the sake of the mist. Just
He's a
'cause
loose cannon.
He's going through some shit.
Straight up going through some shit. Okay, so
We should check the mine.
Alright. I'll walk over to Lander and say, I think it's better if you have some time alone to go over your thoughts and say your farewells to Astrid. I definitely didn't have as much of a connection as you did. I joined in with you all after my friend's death. I'm gonna follow up on where Claw may be. If you feel willing to join us, but you can. If you don't, I'm sure we'll understand.
hey, Kothar, you don't know who Claw is.
Oh, I thought I was with them when that happened.
No.
Because he got kidnapped by the Goliath when I was there, wasn't I?
You were
That was
relief, boy.
That was right after Randolph.
Trust.
I thought that was
You were
the-
relief.
I was right before Randolph, actually.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I would have. Did no one tell me about Claw?
I feel like we
didn't
did.
hear about him anywhere?
Okay.
I'm sure.
They talked about him at some point. I know
All right.
that.
I just want to make sure that you know that you were not there for Claw, so you have no idea what he looks like.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what he looks like, but I'm saying like I'll go with Fenric and we'll try to find him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know what he looks like. So
Lander feels a slight ripple of irritation that, like, one, you've made me wait all this time, and now you're telling me, oh, never mind, just go do it yourself. We don't care. At least that's how he's hearing it.
I didn't know.
So it's like, okay, fine, and she's like wrapped up in a sheet. I'm doing as best I can. Just turn around and carry her out of the town, and as far down the mountain as I have to go to find a forest.
Okay.
Is that like all the way down the mountain?
It's days.
Oh, wow.
What are mountains like where you're from?
It's a
Where
mountain.
I'm from,
It's
there
a
are
big
trees on
fucking
mountains.
mountain, my dude.
It's not like a hill.
The tree line is at 14,000 feet. Whatever.
Fucking Ross.
Okay, I will find an appropriate place to bury her. I don't want to go all the fuck down the mountain.
Okay.
So I'll go. Wait, we're not at the top of the mountain yet,
No,
are we?
you're about halfway.
Holy shit.
Oh, well, in that case,
You guys march. You guys are going pretty fucking fast. You spent 8
Yeah.
hours marching.
oh no, I just
Jeez.
forgot that we weren't at the top.
Yeah.
Big mountain.
Yeah,
I'll-
dude.
Oh god.
Like we're in some
No,
sort of
I'll
fantasy.
just find an appropriate place. I'm just gonna say I find an appropriate place to bury her and bury her. I'll use the shovel that I've been carrying this whole time to
Fucking
dig the
shovel
grave.
makes an appearance.
Finally.
You have a
I'll
shovel?
make a sword.
Yes.
Yes,
He
I
was
have been carrying
adamant on
shovel
using the shovel.
this whole time. Yeah, and the whole time I'm like just muttering under my breath to myself, just like they don't care about me, they don't care about you. I'm talking to Astrid at this point.
Do you leave him alone, Fenric? To bury?
I do. Somewhat hesitantly.
Okay.
Because I know he's covered in this mist and he's not himself. But making him come with us, it felt like it would anger him, and I don't.
Okay. So you
think that would help.
both go take care of the mine. We'll come back to you, Lander. You guys both go to the mine, and you realize that the mine is opened. It's not sealed up at all. There's no like cave-ins or anything. All the torches are lit, going all the way down to the mine.
Oh.
You see that there are what look like hard hats almost, little pieces of iron that you can stick on your head so you don't like suffer a concussion if some rocks fall on you. Do you guys put those on, or do you just like?
With my extensive mining experience, I do put it on, and I give Lizard Man one.
I'll hold it.
It does not count as armor, so you don't lose your unarmored bonus. FYI.
I'm just wondering, is my skull harder than this?
No.
I will put it on.
Your skull is still made of bone. This is
Well, I was
about
just
half
wondering
an
if,
inch of
like-
iron.
Some lizards have like really thick skulls. I didn't know if like
Do you
mine
have
was thicker.
the skull of like an ankylosaur? No?
That's why I'm asking.
You let me know.
Is it
dude.
an appropriate
Are-
shape for his head?
Yeah.
I don't know what your description of a lizard.
You
folk
tell me what you
anatomy
look like,
is.
dog. You let me know.
Let me think about this for a minute.
Step
Probably
We're
one,
not.
are you an ankylosaur?
I'm not an ankylosaur. I'm a
Okay,
lizard.
then you need the helmet.
All right, that's what I'm asking.
God damn it. All right, so you
5 minutes of bullshit.
You guys put on the helmets. Yours is kind of snug, Kothar, but you're able to stick it on pretty soft. It's got some
My
cloth
ears
to like
hurt.
protect it from like cuts and stuff.
My ears.
You don't have ears. Lizards don't have ears.
I do. I have little tips.
Do you know what a lizard is?
I'm a special lizard. Go look at my character picture.
God damn it.
Lizard.
All right, so you both head into the mine, and you guys go a little farther, and you get a similar tingling to when you did in Steel Plane.
Where do I feel the tingling?
You feel a tingling kind of in your brain.
Oh.
It's kind of like a hunch that something is afoot.
Okay. I would like to slow my roll and just have like a perception going.
Actively perceiving? Okay.
Yeah.
I will not have you roll those. Those will be passives. What's your plus to perception?
+3.
Okay. All right. So as you're kind of like walking through, you do notice one thing in particular. You notice that there is some ore off to the side of a couple of different shafts that appear to be glowing a bright blue.
Similar to.
Very, very similar to. You are 98% sure this is the same type of ore.
Okay. I'll nudge Kothar in case he hasn't seen it. I'll say it's the same ore that infected me. In case you didn't know that. Hmm?
Can it still infect people?
If you touch it, I guarantee you something's gonna happen. Let's keep going.
Super tempted.
Um,
Don't fucking do it.
it's at this point where you
Don't
guys are
you do
like, just don't worry about it. You hear a tink, 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 tink.
Where?
Further into the mine, about maybe a couple hundred yards. It's,
I
it's
would like
echoing
to
through
stealth.
this entire place. Make your stealth checks then, boys. Nice stealth.
Let's see here.
Said Fenric's butthole.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so you're kind of like stumbling over the place a little bit. There's like this weird rail in the center where you assume got carts, but you keep tripping over it because you're not used to it. It's in a weird placement. Kothar, you're able to avoid it entirely. But you continue to hear tink, tink, tink as you approach on another sort of opening where there is a emaciated being just mining away at these ores.
Human?
Doesn't appear to be. You're not sure. It's definitely like a lot thinner than you'd expect a human to be.
Should we talk to it? And I'll yell out. Hello there. Minor friend.
Tink, tink. Drops the pick and just turns to look at you. And you can see that it is an orcish face. The one thing that really catches your eye is that looks very similar to what Claw looked like. Facial structure and everything, but his muscle is all dwindled away. It just looks at you, its eyes pale and vacant. And it just stares at you.
Claws, is that you?
It doesn't seem to respond.
I'd like to cautiously approach.
You approach it a little further. You're about maybe 10 feet away from it. And you again see that it's definitely Claw.
Does he have any, lots of facial hair? Like he's been here for a long time.
Yeah. And all the hair that was once like a nice deep dark brown is now entirely gray. Almost like all the life has been drained out of him.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. Fuck. I'd like to give him some of my rations. I'll kind of slide it over to him.
You slide it over on the ground and he just doesn't pay any attention. He just keeps staring at you.
Can I use my domination wand?
Yeah.
Intelligence check, right?
Yep. Yeah, you're able to use it. You just point it at him and you feel like he's effectively dominated.
Okay, I'll say, talk to us.
He opens his mouth and just nothing comes out. You assume he lacks the ability to speak.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Rest here and eat these rations.
He just sort of sits and he takes the ration and starts prodding his face with it.
Does he have any teeth?
He still has his teeth, but he's not chewing. He's just pushing it against his mouth. Like he doesn't understand how to do it anymore.
They lobotomized him.
Is there any scarring? Yeah. Is there any like a scar I have, or any kind of?
He looks like his
tampering?
entire body. After you remove his shirt, his entire body is covered in these markings, these very bright blue markings. It looks like this is what happens when someone survives and doesn't have the will to control their spell scar. Their life force is drained, basically, is the inkling you're getting.
Shit. I'm just gonna kind of give him a once over and then continue on.
When you begin to leave, he picks up his pick and then just continues, tink, tink.
I'll look back at him and I'll take my dagger out.
Okay, you take your dagger out. Kothar, what are you doing there in this exchange? Because you're there with him.
I'm just watching. I don't know this man. I'm assuming it's Claw.
Yeah.
Because he said, "Are you Claw?" and all that kind of stuff. But do I know of anything that's going on right now?
No, this is mystical to you. This is something you've never approached before.
Yeah, I know shadows.
Harrowing. Yeah, you know shadows, and that's about it. You're not sure.
Actually, seeing all the markings and him glowing, I'll kind of stop and I'll put my dagger away and I'll take out my light crossbow instead and aim for his heart.
Okay, yeah, you aim for his heart. Just make a shot. Yeah, it's pretty easy to hit him. You fire one at his heart, and he just kind of slumps to the ground and stops moving. And the mine has fallen silent.
Okay. I'll just kind of put my crossbow away and just shake my head and then keep going.
You both,
Sorry I had to do that, Kothar.
I've seen much worse.
Yeah, keep going on.
You guys go deeper, or do you guys leave?
Deeper.
Okay. You start to head deeper into the mine, and you realize this mine is going to go for quite some time. It seems to split off in a couple different directions. There's a sign reading storage. There's a sign reading deeper. And there's a sign reading level 2.
I think level 2.
Okay. There's a small lift there, where you guys can sort of lower yourselves down. It looks like it's a very makeshift lift, where it's basically a 2-man job to pull on this chain to lower yourselves down further.
Okay, it looks like it'll support us?
Yeah, it looks in pretty good condition.
Okay.
So you both lower yourselves down deeper, and we're going to switch over to Lander at this point. So Lander, you are digging this hole, saying, what was it you said again? I already forgot. I'm sorry.
Basically, just like they don't care about me. They don't care about you. And like I said, I'm talking to Astrid and just want to get this job over with now and get home. This is like just normal anger. This isn't like the rage he was feeling yesterday about all this. This is just the irritation because you kept me waiting and now you don't even care enough to bury our friend.
So as you're digging, you sort of like take a small break because you realize, oh man, this is actually a lot harder than it looks to build a 6-foot deep hole. You sort of just sit on the ledge of the hole you've already made, and you look up, and against what looks like it's a rock, you see the same figure man, except he's smoking a pipe. It says, Lander, what are we doing?
I'm putting my friend to rest.
Why didn't you tell them to do it? You're better than this. They have you out here digging a hole. It takes a big drag of his pipe and blows it in the air. Really? Just because you're the strongest, you have to do all the heavy lifting?
I want to do this.
You want to do this alone?
No, not alone, but I want to do this. It needs to be done.
Here. And he'll take off his coat, and he'll roll up some sleeves, and you can see that his arms are very pale, yet they have like these tattoos sort of going down to his wrist that appear to be like they're almost like very thickened veins made of ink down his arms. He goes, "Allow me to help you." I think you see him rolling up his sleeves, and he'll actually grab the shovel from you, and he'll start digging. He says, "You need to take a break. This is too much work for one man." And this is the first time he's actually sort of interacted with you physically.
Okay. Thanks. I will sit down, leaning back against a tree, and watch him dig.
Yeah, you just watch him dig, and he looks like he's like really putting his back into it, like he's doing it with conviction.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of what you wanted someone to do. I feel you wanted someone to care about this as much as you do, and it appears like he really is. About 20 minutes pass, and you realize that he's already dug another 2 feet. Like he's really putting his work in. He climbs back out. He actually like tries to climb out, but he fails a little bit, and he asks, "Landa, I'm a bit stuck. Might you lend me a hand?"
Oh, God. I'm still struggling with, does Lender understand that this is a person who... the strange circumstances and this guy's trying to take advantage of him. Huh. No, I don't think I will.
Oh. And why is that?
I'll pick up Astrid's body and just start walking away.
Okay. As you pick up her body, you look up and he's standing right in front of you. Lander. Did you really?
Then why
think
did you
that
ask
this
for my
was
help?
An olive branch, my dear boy. Why would you reject me so quickly? We were becoming fast friends.
You haven't even told me your name yet.
You haven't asked my name.
I'm sober now.
Yeah, you are sober now.
He's had coffee again.
My
That
name
sandwich.
is Leoneth. A pleasure. And he bows to you.
Okay. So what do you want?
I want to help
You
you,
show
Lander.
up. This entire town died, and you show up in the middle of the night, offering me all of my wildest dreams.
I offer you a chance. Lander,
You're-
I'm not going to insult your intelligence. You and I both know that this isn't not just a one-sided deal. You're far too smart for that, aren't you?
Why do you think I just tried to leave you in a hole?
That is fair.
Okay then.
But you and I both
How
know
about
it's not
how
that
about
easy.
we be honest?
Fair. You be honest
Who
with
are
me.
you?
I'm
Okay.
Leoneth.
What do you want?
I want to help you.
What's in it for you? What do you want? You asked me. I spilled my guts to you last night, telling you what I want. What do you want?
I want to see you succeed because I feel you are better than
That
everyone
is not
else out
an
there.
answer.
Is it not what you asked? I want to see you succeed. I
How
don't
does
know-
that benefit you?
I like seeing people I like happy. I like helping people. I'm a helper. I helped you dig this hole. If you'd like, I could perform burial rites for your friend. Clearly you don't want to continue carrying her. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of
How
binding.
how deep is the grave now?
It's about 5 feet.
You know, I think it's probably okay that it's only 5 feet and not 6. Because, yeah. And not unceremoniously, but obviously I can't jump down and take her down there, like put her in there gently. As gently as I can,
Yeah, you just
I
kinda,
will
you kinda,
deposit
like,
Astrid's
you,
body.
You walk to the edge and just sort of,
Um,
lower her in as best you
Yeah,
can.
yeah, and then I'll just pick up the shovel and start digging it over. I'm gonna ignore this guy now because he is not answering my questions to my satisfaction.
So as you continue to, it's like, Lander, 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 Lander. You have to pay attention to me. I'm not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Mid shovel, I'll leave the shovel in the pile of dirt. And no, I can't ignore you. You think you can just show up all tall and handsome and charming and think you can get whatever you want from me?
I only asked to assist you.
Nobody does anything purely out of charity. What do you want?
I want to thrive. I want to see you thrive. I am a good Samaritan. Did you not help out your friends because of charity? Are you saying that you're the only pure being in the universe?
Oh no, I did not do this purely out of charity. I did this because I expect a reward when I get back to town, which I can finally leave it.
And what was it?
And you just said that you want to thrive.
Yes, I do
Bringing
want
to
to
bear
thrive.
all of my 14 intelligence. You just said you want to thrive. What makes you thrive?
What makes anyone thrive? Success, happiness, being alive.
Was my success your success?
If you teach a child how to learn, do you not feel satisfaction? If you teach a horse to jump, are you not proud? If you teach your child how to succeed, do you not in turn feel like you have succeeded?
I will consider his words. Go back to shoveling dirt. So I am either a child or a pet to you.
I
And
want
I'm just
you to think of it
doing this while I'm working.
as an apprenticeship. I think no little of you. Dare say I think you're quite strong, smart, very able. I just have certain talents I could impart upon you. And in turn, you could allow me to thrive.
I'll keep digging. I'm ignoring him again.
Okay. He'll keep pestering you this whole time. Make a wisdom save.
Where'd my character sheet go?
You, as much as you try to ignore him, he keeps getting on your nerves. But he keeps like bringing up some decent points. Like, yeah, I mean, I would feel happy if someone I was mentoring succeeded.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
try as you might, you're having the hardest time ignoring him. Because the points he's bringing up aren't necessarily bad inherently, but you do notice that he is having these backwards ways of saying that he wants to be proud of you.
Yeah, and he still has not told me what he actually gets out of any of this. Other than, oh, I get to be proud.
That
Bullshit.
and the one thing he's mentioned is he gets to thrive.
Yeah.
Lander, you need to take a break. Covering someone up with dirt is hard work. Would you like a
I'll
drink?
keep digging. I will keep digging. I should be almost done by now. Putting the dirt back in is easier than getting it out.
As you continue digging, it doesn't ever seem to get full.
Oh, God.
Lander, you'll be here for ages. Take a break.
Do I recognize, do I have the presence of mind to recognize that it's not getting full and it should be?
No, you just think it's taking much longer than you
I'm not done
expected.
yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're not just not done yet. You just got to keep working. You just got to keep working. Lander, you're thirsty. And he walks over with like a glass of juice. Please have a drink. You don't want to run yourself barren. Run yourself dry. I'm only worrying about you, Lander.
Oh, God. I'll take it.
Yeah, you drink. It's fucking refreshing as shit. It's great. You feel great.
With a look of irritation and just good-natured irritation and disdain, I'll take it.
Ecstatic when you take the drink. He goes, "Oh, I'm so happy you like it. I'm so very happy." He'll take the glass and it seems to he does like a sleight of hand and it just disappears. Which you assume is just quick little hand magic. Nothing you haven't seen before. But you begin digging with this renewed vigor. You feel like, yeah, I'm actually really refreshed. This is great. And a few moments later you realize, oh, the hole's full. It's all done. You go, see, wasn't that worth it? We can be good friends, Lander. Mano a mano. Pals for life. we're gonna switch back to
Yeah.
Fenric
How
and
about you do
Kothar.
Just suffering over
You
there.
guys hit the second level of this mine, and you see that there are just acres upon acres of this tainted ore in here.
Is like the entire room glowing, basically?
This entire level is glowing.
Is there anything of note? Like,
It looks raw. It looks like the rawest form that it can be. It's not mined yet. It looks like they were setting up an operation down here, but nothing here is mined. You can see crystals of this stuff just poking out from the walls.
ooh. So is there any sign of like why there's no one here mining?
None.
Kothar, what do you think? Muted.
So it's just ore in here?
It's just ore.
I legit don't know what to do right now.
I don't know either. I want to pull out my sword, but I don't know how that'll help.
Is my scar reacting at all to the?
I'm sorry. Sorry. I was pooping. So it doesn't seem to be reacting in a negative fashion. It seems to be almost resonating. Almost like you're in sync. It wasn't like when you first saw it where you touched it and it became like there's a huge burning sensation just being around this stuff. But instead it feels calm almost.
Okay. What should I do? Is there any way to continue on this?
Yeah,
Or is it just
continue on,
one
but,
area that's?
it's a huge corridor just leading with this stuff. As you continue on, though, the ceiling begins to sort of like become lower and lower because it looks like they just weren't done mining this place out before something happened to this ore. The one thing you notice, though, is that there is it appears to be someone off in a corridor. You notice that someone's actually like moving around. You hear the sounds of a cart moving back and forth and stuff being chunked into a cart.
I will stealthily approach.
That's way better than last time.
Yeah.
What about you, Kothar? Kothar? Are you okay?
Just nod yes if you want to follow me.
Do you want? Okay, roll.
Do you want
a
to stealth
check.
as well? Do you want to stealth as well?
Then roll a stealth.
Okay.
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 19. Okay, cool.
Nice.
I guess we're still talking about pooping. So as you're sort of stealthing up, you see this individual. Looks like a fairly well-built person. Looks like maybe he's 5'11", maybe 200 pounds. Fairly bulky. Just like moving stuff like the raw ore in his bare hands from one cart to another. And he's pushing one cart down into a chute and flipping it over, puts it back, moves more ore over, and just starts moving it with his bare hands. And this is that infected ore, just he's moving it with his bare hands. He hasn't noticed you yet.
Okay. And what is? Sorry, he doesn't look emaciated. He's bigger.
No, he looks bulky as shit. He looks very healthy.
Okay.
He looks like he's maybe human, maybe bulkier elf.
Right. I'll probably approach him
Okay, you approach him,
slowly.
and he says, "Give me a minute." You walk up, and you hear these huge clunks of ore falling down into this cart, and he looks back. He goes, "Oh, who are you?"
My name is Fenric. I just seeing what's going on.
Work?
How are you touching that stuff with your bare hands?
Oh, it's easy. He'll like show you his hands, and they both have markings on them. It looks like it almost resembles the symbol of a fist on the inside palm of his hands. And he says, "Marked." He keeps moving stuff. He goes, "Don't touch this shit." Continues just working while you're there.
Who marked you?
Nobody did. Did it my own damn self as he pushes the cart up again so it falls on the chute.
What are you doing exactly? Why are you putting it in there?
Oh, it goes down to the processing levels.
Oh, is that where your boss is?
No.
Oh, where is he?
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
So why are you still working?
That's what I do. I work.
All right. What's the stuff get processed into?
Various stuff, metals. I don't know who does it or who wants it. All I know is I'm supposed to stay in this room, move the ore. And then you hear some rumbling as more of this ore falls down out of a chute from up above, and it goes into another cart. He goes, see? And he just picks up more ore, moves it. Picks up more, moves it.
Okay. Have you ever seen anyone get infected by this ore?
Yeah. You're looking at him.
How did you fix it?
What's to fix?
I mean, infected isn't exactly a positive term.
Well, I mean, I think of it more of like a gift, you know? It's gotta sort of accept it sometimes. Play with the hand you're dealt, you know?
Can I do any sort of check to see if he's just like being controlled by something or...
Make an insight. You have no inclination that he's being controlled. He looks pretty aware.
Well, you see, I'm looking for me, Father, and I got infected with this stupid ore, and it's really buggering up my life. How do I just, like, get to your level of acceptance here?
Oh, well, let me see.
I'll show him my left leg there.
That's pretty gross. And you can't do much with that. Let me see what I can do. And he goes to the back of the room and he pulls out like a small box. It looks almost like a makeshift lunchbox. Undoes the latch, opens up a salve. He goes, oh, I've got this. I mean, it might kill you. I mean, it works. It's what I use. I don't know if it works the same. I'm not a wizard, so I mean.
Does it look like the same stuff that what's his name gave me?
But different somehow. It looks like it's almost like a different color, and it's a lot more waxy than it is like a salve.
Okay. Do you want if I take some of that for the road?
I mean, I don't want you dying on me though, so I'd rather you try it here if you're gonna try it. Does that work for you?
All right.
Here.
Works for me.
He leads you over to a chair and he says, "Put your leg up on the table."
Stick my leg up on the table.
It takes like maybe 2 fingers full, not a whole lot compared to what you're using for your old salve. And just rubs it on there, and you feel like this weird sensation of it being like really calm, almost like it's numbing. And like you weren't feeling pain before, but when you feel it, it's like it just feels good.
Yeah.
There's
a discomfort that I didn't know was there, and now
and now you're like, oh my god, what did you do? It's like getting a shiatsu massage for the first time. Okay. And you're like, oh damn, okay, I like the way this feels. It's at that point that you feel a sharp pain rushing through your body. Go ahead and roll a chiggity check for me that I will tell you once I have my list up, because that's important. List. Oh, don't make me sign in. Oh no. Oh no.
No.
I'm ruining it.
No worries.
Oh shit. Where did I put this? Here we go. I need you to roll me a D20.
Can do.
Can't deal. 8 is that one. Roll me a 1D17.
And win the game.
7. Okay, great. So as you're going through this, you're like, okay, this fucking hurts quite a bit. almost like you're having these stabbing feelings in your body, and you feel this whole entire feeling just sort of like rush up into your hands.
Yeah.
And you notice that there is what looks like the sigil of an eye on your palms at this point. He goes, "Oh, good, it moved. Now you can do shit."
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't understand the question.
What is on my hand right now?
Oh, your scar moved. Yeah, the salve
Great.
is meant to make you usable, is what we call it down here.
Okay. What do the eyes mean though?
God, I don't know. Sight of something. Some kind of sight. I'm not a
Any
wizard.
kind of check I can make to figure that out?
Arcana check at disadvantage.
Sure.
Okay. you know that it's gonna something about the sight is gonna be useful. You know that it's not like in your eyes, so you know that it's not like something directly seeing, but you do feel like it's gonna help you find certain things. But without actually using it, you won't know.
I want to know where to go.
Okay. So tell me what you do.
I'm just gonna kind of like rub my hands together in like a thoughtful. I'm just thinking what I
Okay.
should be doing next.
Your hands light up a very, very, very bright blue when you like just sort of rub them together, issuing that heat between your hands, and you get this feeling of safety around you. Like nothing in the adjacent area will harm you if you fuck up.
Okay.
Almost like there's no traps around you.
Got it. Okay.
Sick, yeah.
Sick, dude. What was your name, by the way?
Isker.
Thank you, Isker, for the rub down.
I mean, you don't have to say it like that, but sure. Please don't call it a rub down again.
Bro rub.
Hey, real quick. I don't get out much because
What's up?
this is where I live, but what's going on topside? I heard some rumbling.
There was this large fella with a staff kind of controlling everybody. You know
yeah.
who I'm talking about?
Yeah, the boss.
Yeah. Do you like your boss?
I mean, he's kind of a dick, but whatever.
Yeah, he exploded.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate for him.
And the entire town exploded with him.
Wow.
I don't know why. He just did.
Wow, that's a... He kind of like
Yeah.
sits down. That's a big hit.
Yeah.
How'd they go?
I don't know. We showed up and they were doing some sort of ritual, and all of a sudden his staff erupted and
Make that
everything
deception
exploded.
check,
Deception?
dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Man. See, I'm not a wizard, but like, that's why you don't fuck with magic. You know, that shit could just like at any minute.
That's exactly what I think.
Kindred
God.
spirits, you and I.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I mean, I ain't gotta work anymore, huh?
No. I mean, you said you like working, but
I mean, I do, but I mean, like, if I have
you
a
literally
choice...
are not. You're not gonna get paid, is what I'm saying.
Oh, that actually sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this.
You want
He
you want to come up?
He goes to a wall and he pulls a stone off. He goes, "Hey, hey, Francel. Yeah, it's Isker. Yeah, everybody's dead topside. Yeah, no, everybody. Roberto too. Yeah. No, I mean, these dudes just came from down topside saying that our boss is dead. Yeah, probably your wife. Yeah, Yeah. Uh-huh. No, I mean... Yeah. Okay. He kind of looks at you like... Yeah, I get it. No, I'm going to. Yeah. Tell the boys below you. All right. See you later. Love you too. Bye. And he just puts the stone back. So, I mean, if everybody's dead topside, we're just gonna like go up.
Yeah.
Fuck this place.
Yep. We're gonna join you. We're gonna walk up as well.
Oh, great. Cool. We'll take the lift up. And he kind of ushers you both to the lift, and he just pulls the elevator himself. You tell that he is a very buff boy.
I know I'm not there, but I have to know. Was this guy upset that his wife was dead, or was he happy?
You will never know.
Oh, fuck.
You will never know.
We'll never meet.
I will if Fenric asks.
So,
Bless her heart.
Isker, what's your plan now, my friend?
I don't know, man. I mean, there's like 100 of us down there. We might just like
Yeah.
run the city. I mean, we know the mine. We're not gonna trust some newbies to come in and just start mining. And we're all kind of like you, with the whole Scar thing.
Right.
We're just gonna kind of run it. We will change the name, however, as he gets to the top. And as you guys are walking out, he says, "Yeah, man, I kind of like hate Hell's Gate. It's a real morose name.
It's kind of deceiving a little
Kind of
bit.
like not great.
Because hell's down.
Hell's down. I mean, we're up
This
now?
is very up. Yeah.
Maybe Hell's Peak.
Ah. Now you're thinking.
I mean, Peak makes it gooder, right?
Like,
That it
much
do.
way more gooder.
That's what
Definitely.
I'm saying.
That it do.
I'm just like agreeing with everything he's saying.
Yeah.
Don't punch us.
So let's yeah, I'm gonna wait for everybody else here. Hey, between you and me, what happened to the matronry?
The matronry.
Yeah.
Where's that?
The ladies, the kind of like,
Oh, they exploded as well.
They
oh,
did.
thank the gods.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And you see him like pull out an amulet from underneath his shirt, and it's a symbol of like a god that you don't recognize. You assume it's kind of some kind of smithing god because it's just like a picture of an anvil on a chain. He's like, oh, praise be. Oh, I hate worshipping stupid gods. I'm gonna go give penance to my god now. Anyways, I'm gonna go get a drink at my favorite tavern. I'll see you guys later. And he just
I'll
goes.
see you around.
He just makes a beeline to the tavern.
Okay.
Back to Lander.
I just remembered something I forgot to do last night while I was drinking.
Okay.
I wanted to find... What was the head's name?
Stefan.
Yeah, I wanted to find him. And like I was planning, like in my head, I was like, oh, I'll just drink myself silly and talk to him about all this. But then I got sidetracked by...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in the tavern.
He's still in the tavern.
hallucinations. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
God.
somewhere in that common room.
He's still there.
Oh,
But
God.
Lander, you are still like just at this point. It's a little while in the past, and you're still talking with your good friend.
Yeah, my new good friend.
Your new good friend. So Lander,
I guess... I mean, not having changed my mind about finishing this job before going home, and having done what I needed to do for Astrid, I will head back to the town to try and find the other two.
Okay.
Maybe along the way, I'll remember Stefan, and so I'll go back to the tavern to try to find him.
So as you head back or start to, your new friend will say, Lander, I'll join you. And he kind of like walks side by side with you. He goes, I want to go everywhere you go, to make sure that you're safe and that you can do the best you very can. Think of me as your own personal servant, a hype man,
Life coach.
life coach.
Lander.
Oh, God. I'll have reservations because I'm having mixed feelings right now. But I'll kind of look at him out of the side of my eye and smile and say, okay, I think that'd be kind of nice.
I was hoping you'd agree. Now then, Shadowwind, he kind of holds out his arm to, like, walk arm in arm with you.
Okay.
And he just, like, grabs your arm and you guys just, like, he forces you to, like...
Yeah,
prance
no,
towards-
I will, yeah, I'm not...
So you... The other
You
two of
wouldn't be
you
rude.
see Lander kind of just, like, skipping back, shovel in hand, by himself.
Adventure Time style.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I do want to go to the tavern to find
Yeah,
stuff.
you walk in the tavern and you see a very burly man just looking around all the rooms.
Uh-huh.
He looks about as big as you are, only he's way shorter.
Okay.
He's kind of like looking around, and he calls out, Rogan? Rogan! Who the hell is that guy? Eh. He walks behind the counter and starts pouring a drink when you come in. Oh! Holy shit, you're big.
Who are you? I thought everybody was dead.
I'm Isker. Who are you?
Lander.
Cool.
And this is... Oh, crap, I didn't write down his name. Whatever his name was that he gave me. And I will... And this is my friend... something or other.
Loring.
He just kind of stares at you like, cool. Pours another drink for himself. He's just staring at you.
Anyway, you haven't seen a disembodied head lying and you're talking or rolling around here anywhere, have you?
No, I haven't seen anything like that, Lander. I just
Okay,
keeps drinking.
then
He clearly
I'll
thinks
start,
you're crazy.
I'll start looking under tables and stuff and calling out for Stefan.
You
Stefan!
Stefano
Is that what I thought it was Stefan?
Is-
Stefano!
is just sort of hanging out on the ground. You see, he's like covered in like little bits of dust. He's like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, good, you are here."
I'll pick him up and to be nice. I'll pick him up and hold him supportively. And it's like, I'm so sorry. We got really distracted. Big explosion. Lots to tell you. By the way, this is whatever a guy's name is.
He kind of looks at you. And
I'm
goes,
not gonna write it down at this point.
If I could spit at you, I would. Leaving me there for a couple of days. What's wrong with you?
You rolled off the table on your own. Whatever. I don't want to hear
Yes, me, an animate object which has free movement, rolled off on my own. Congratulations.
it. Anyway, I was like, okay, let's go find the others. And I'll
Isker
take
just
them
kind
under
of like
my
looks
arm.
at you like, the fuck is in this bottle? You walk out and you actually bump into your compatriots.
Okay, cool.
You see Lander holding Stefano.
Hey guys, look who I found.
Please save
great.
me from this individual.
Oh yeah,
it's like-
and this is, I swear, just tell me his name one more time and I'll remember it.
I already forgot it.
Okay, cool. I think it's Lawrence. We'll say Lawrence.
Lawrence.
It started with an L. This is Lawrence.
You see nobody, but you see that when you guys see Lander, his body is entirely covered by this black mist.
I'll just be like, oh, nice to meet you, Lawrence. And I'll like shake the air.
He's over there on the other side.
Oh,
What are you doing?
sorry, I had some dust in my eye. I shake the
Ah.
other air.
I'll kind of look sideways at Fenric, because at this point I trust Lawrence.
Yeah. Lander, I think something's wrong with your friend. He kind of like moves over in front of Fenric, and Fenric, you can see this mist kind of like peeling itself off of Lander, and just like looking at you with these vacant spaces where its eyes would be, and it kind of like tilts its head at you.
Is Kothar near me?
Yeah.
Like, is he standing next to me?
I assume.
Where's his knife?
Kothar?
Is it on your hip? Is it on your hip?
Dagon?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when the face comes at me, I'd like to grab it and like slice it.
Okay, you see Fenric grab this knife and just swing at Lawrence, your new friend, and he kind of like jumps back a little bit, and he says, "Lander, control your subordinates."
Fenric, what are you doing?
There's
But yeah, there's still a person between me and him, so I can't do anything physically. So,
No,
Fenric,
it's
what are you
literally
doing?
Just you standing in front of Fenric.
Well, yeah, but from my perspective,
Yes.
there's a person
Lawrence,
between me and him.
Lawrence kind of like is at your side now, kind of like out of the way.
Oh, okay.
is he still like the mist? Is it? Where's the mist now?
It's covering him. It's covering his entire body.
Can I make a dexterity check to see if I can touch the dagger to Lander's head, like
Sure.
the hilt?
It's gonna be an attack roll actually.
Are
Okay.
you trying to hit him with it?
No,
I'm trying to like
even touch
he's
me,
trying to
he has
tap
hit my
him.
armor
Get-
class.
I'm trying to get Lawrence away from his head.
Because he
So I've
is-
kind of pushed Lawrence behind me from my perspective.
Yeah, so he just kind of like grabs nothing and just sort of moves his hand
Yeah.
behind him. So
We're
yeah,
fucked.
make a I think that would be strength or dex check.
Probably Dex in my case. Hey.
Okay, sure.
Let's hope.
Does that beat your AC?
That does beat my AC.
Holy shit! Your
I
AC
am
is low as hell.
happy about this. As a player, I am happy about this.
What is your AC actually?
14.
Oh, okay, damn. All right. Yeah, so he just like taps you on the head, and you all see this stuff just like fade away from his face for a quick moment. But then you pull the blade away, and it just like reforms over his head. You can see no change in Lawrence.
Do I feel anything when that happened other than a knife hitting my face?
No, he tapped a sword to your face though.
It was a
Yeah,
hilt.
well,
It
yeah,
was
I
the
just meant
hilt.
like metaphysically. Do
The
I feel
hilt?
anything?
Yeah, I think Fenric said that you want to tap the hilt of the blade
He,
itself.
he pulled
Yeah.
he pulled the actual blade out to hit
I-
Lawrence.
He can
I
give
didn't
me
say
the
like
flat
touch it with
blade,
the
it's
hilt,
fine.
but
Okay.
He wasn't
I-
trying to hurt me.
Yeah, I assumed you like tapped him on the head with like the flat end of the blade.
no, not really. But if,
You trying to
sure.
like bonk him?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay,
basically.
so
like
you-
I kind of like
Look.
held it against his head.
Okay, he
the
just
side
like
of
puts
the-
a knife to your head.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
kind of weird. But yeah, you notice no feeling.
What are you doing?
I'm getting whatever this is away from you.
The two of us whispered.
What are you talking about?
"Yeah,
There's nothing
yeah,
wrong with
yeah,
me."
Yeah, totally moved.
Lander is
I still have Stefano under my arm though,
Yeah.
so I can't really do much.
I see that he like went to move someone away from
yeah.
him. I see. You must have made a new friend or something.
Yes,
Do I-
I just introduced him to you.
Oh, yeah, you
His name is
did.
Lawrence.
He's not real. He's in your
He's
head.
helping me be a better person.
I'm
He's in your
assuming
head.
there's light. There's like a good amount of light in the
Yeah.
here.
It's middle of the day.
Is the supposed person that's behind him? Is there any shadow coming off of it?
You see Lander's shadow.
Just Landers?
Yeah, because the individual he supposedly moved behind him is now like behind him, so you'd only see
Oh,
Lander's shadow.
okay. I'm gonna be like, Lander, can you step off to the side real quick? Like, just step to the side so I can see everyone. Because you're kind of blocking.
Are you gonna try and hurt my friend again?
He took my weapon. I didn't do anything.
Okay, that's true. So I will step to the side, but I'm stepping to, like, so if I've got Kothar here and Fenric here, I'm going this way so I can get easily between
Sure.
the sword that just
you-
tried to hit me and.
You all see, so you step to the side and you don't see a shadow, but you see that Lander sees that Lawrence is still standing there in the doorway, going like, "What do they want?"
I don't know what they want. What is going on with you guys?
You say that out loud.
Right
He,
here.
you hear him having both sides.
By
of
the way, is
conversation.
Lawrence human?
He appears to be human, maybe like a half elf.
Okay, that
Lander?
works.
His
Lander.
ears are a little pointed.
Okay.
Lander, I know you have no reason to trust me. But could you do me a favor?
I have no reason not to trust you either, so that depends.
Could you just search your being and see if you have a ring on you?
Okay. I don't have pockets. I'll look in my belt pouch.
Yeah, you don't see a ring. You're not wearing a ring. It's not around your neck. It's not in any of your pockets or your pouches.
We need to find that ring.
I will go digging in my backpack.
You don't find one.
I'll also like ask Fenric just to be sure. Like, could you check if you have it possibly?
I can check.
Also, based on the fact that Kothari is asking me this, and like I said, I don't have any reason not to trust him either. I would like to look at Lawrence's hands to see if he's wearing.
You see, he has several rings on his fingers.
Okay,
He's wearing one on his ring finger, index, his thumb. He's wearing a pinky ring and another index finger ring.
Do any of those match the description that Kothar just gave me?
They look very fantastical.
Okay.
They're not plain by any means.
Because I'm still not 100% in Lawrence's corner.
You just don't hate him.
Exactly.
We're fucked.
I honestly don't even know what this is.
I don't know
I have
either.
no
I'm
idea
so
what's going
confused.
on.
I'm trying to think if it's
just something Gale made up.
I'm trying to think if it's like if it's homebrew or if it's some sort of intelligent cursed item.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Where's
I feel like that's what it would be.
my new friend? I guess no.
Isker.
Isker. I'm gonna ask him. Do you see anyone else in the room besides us?
No. Should I?
I'm gonna look at Lander. I'm like, your friend's not real, mate.
I mean, he did just talk about an imaginary friend and then pick up a decapitated head. I'm pretty sure I'm very drunk at this point.
You're not drunk.
He just kind of like drinks from the
Well,
bottle.
yeah, no, I mean, Stefano's right here, but no, Lawrence is right here, and I'll like pat him on the back or something.
Yeah, you guys see resistance as he's like patting something.
Fuck.
I'm going to lunge at that presence
With what? With the sword?
with the knife that's in my hand.
Okay, make an attack.
Blade
The
roll.
short
first.
sword.
So make a dex check.
Uh,
So as you lunge, you don't feel anything. Lander, you see Fenric lunge at Lawrence, and he just kind of like sidesteps it, and you see Fenric. You actually go into the building even more, and you're kind of confused. You're like, I should really hit this. This is just right in front of me. But yeah, it appears like Lawrence was able to actually dodge out of the way. Lander, I'm very afraid that your friends do not want to have me here.
What are you doing? He's my friend. Why are you trying to hurt him? Why do you keep saying he's not real? He's right here. You can see him just as clearly as I
I'm
can.
right here.
We can't see him, Lander. There's nothing here for us.
tell him to pick up that chair then.
I'll nod at Lawrence.
Okay. He picks up. You see the chair start to levitate.
I just want to like put my head in my hand and be like, we're fucked.
Oh, okay. At least it's not all happening in my head.
So Isker will be like, nope, and he just like goes into another room.
I want to take my sword back from Fenric and be like, I'm fucking out of here. It's like, fuck this.
Can I do this like Pan's Labyrinth and see if I can see him?
You do this, and you just kind of look kind of weird doing this. But no, your hands begin to glow that similar light, and you don't detect any traps around you.
Oh, okay.
It's not true
Well, at least we're clear there.
Not true, son, my dudes. It's fine traps.
At least we're clear there.
No traps.
No traps.
here. Okay.
I don't have anything that can fucking help us. I don't know.
I'm gonna throw the knife at the levitating chair, like near it.
Your knife has already been taken.
What?
Kothar took his knife back.
Short sword.
Short sword.
Okay, I'm gonna
wanna-
shoot the chair.
Okay, you shoot the chair.
Okay.
So you pull out one of your guns, you just fucking blast the chair. Make an attack roll. Yeah,
dead.
you shoot the chair. It splinters everywhere. Lander, you see Lawrence drop the chair and kind of like shield his face from all the splinters.
Okay. Do any of the splinters like stick into his clothes or his skin?
No, I mean it looks like he was able to actually dodge most of the blast because
Okay.
it looked like he actually kind of like threw the chair away and then kind of like hid behind his coat.
I mean, like, is it in the slightest dirty or must at all because the chair just exploded in his hand?
Perception check.
Okay. Also, I should have done this when he was digging the grave. I will actually use this opportunity to think maybe back to that at this point.
No. No.
Okay.
You don't think of it. You're like, holy shit, a chair just exploded. What the hell?
Yeah, so I wasn't quick enough to get in front of the bullet, but I will jump between Fenric
Yeah,
and
you jump
Lawrence
between them
at this
immediately.
point. What are you doing? And I'll pull out Blue Steel.
Okay.
I'm
He
gonna-
pulls out his longsword.
I'm gonna walk up to Lander.
Okay.
Not like apparently. I'll be like holding by the Dagon by the hilt of it.
So you're
Not-
holding
I'm
it
not
like
like-
a normal person.
I'm not holding it like I'm gonna stab him. Like I'm holding it reverse grip. Like I'm about to like hand it off or something like
Okay, so you're holding it by the blade.
that. Or I'm gonna sheath it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk up and say, if you want to prove to us that he's there, because we can't see him, and I don't know how to tell you otherwise, have him, I don't know, show us that he's there, and I'll hand him my blade, like just like as like a thing that we can all know we can see.
I'll kind of reflexively reach out and take Kothar's sword.
Okay.
Okay, like I don't want to get into a fight, so I'll do whatever I can to try to talk this out and clearly get you crazy people to see my new friend. So I'll take.
So you take the sword, and you guys can see that his hand is now becoming more apparent.
Alright, cool.
This mist is now recoiling back away from it, but you don't feel any different, Lander. You feel like,
Okay.
why am I doing
so
this?
now what?
Lander, this is ridiculous. How much do I have to prove to these two individuals that I exist? I'm standing right here. I've done everything else that they've asked.
And we're not making any reaction to him speaking at all, because we can't hear him. Correct?
No, you can't hear. Lander is saying all of this.
Oh, he's saying it.
This is coming out of Lander's mouth.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking at Lando this entire time. Then
I think they want you to hold this.
Lander, I have to refuse. This is getting too ridiculous. What's next? Do I have to shoot myself with an arrow? Do I have to throw myself in a fire?
Just take the damn sword.
Lander, I'm afraid I'm going to refuse.
You
What
called
is next?
yourself my servant. Take the sword.
Very well. He takes the sword from you, and this mist just like grabs the sword and begins to envelop it.
okay.
It's almost
shit.
like
You have
it's
just lost
creating
your best
some type of vortex around it, and it's just sort of holding it in midair.
Mhm.
But later, you can see him holding. It's like, "Are you happy now?" And he just drops it on the ground, and with a clang, the mist begins to re-envelop Lander, and you can see it's becoming more volatile. The mist is spinning a lot faster and faster around him, almost like a whirlwind.
I'm starting not to trust Lawrence.
He's also done everything you asked, even reluctantly.
Yeah, but it's
I want you to think
Still
about it this
starting.
way. If you just met a new person and you have
Yeah.
two people saying, "I don't believe you exist," and then he does everything that they want him to do,
From your side, it's
from
as
your
if
side, it
we're.
makes sense.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing.
I mean,
Wisdom save.
okay.
I'm gonna pick my
I'm
sword.
gonna roll
back
another
up
fucking.
again.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
so you-
17.
You are beginning to doubt him, but you still believe he exists.
Yeah, that's. I'm just not 100%. That
You believe that he's just
okay,
like
I'm not
really
sure I really
against
like
doing
you.
more. Like he just doesn't want to do this anymore. Like he's getting really irritated.
Well, he just dropped it. There, see? And now you've made him mad.
Fenric, I don't think we can explain this to Lander. There's something plaguing him, and I want Lander. Like I'm talking kind of like to both of them. Like there's something plaguing you,
What do you
Lander.
mean plaguing me? Ed?
There is a dark mist around you, similar to the way the Goliath controlled that ooze, and that's what's been doing these things.
Lander, what is he talking about? What ooze?
What are you talking about?
The voice that we hear, or that you hear, is coming out of your mouth.
You
No,
are the
it's
demons.
not.
To you, it's not, because whatever is with us, with you, is altering your perception of things
This is
somehow.
ridiculous.
How do you think we feel?
You're the ones that are crazy and can't see the person standing right there.
Lander, are you?
You know what?
No.
I can't take this anymore. And I storm out of the room. Lawrence, stay here. Give me 10 minutes.
Sure, whatever
And
you say.
So I have now left the room with this person there with you.
Every time you look back to see if he's there, he's still standing there, just like. But the two of you see the shadow, this mist following him, still surrounding him.
We need to find that ring.
We have no idea where it is.
Mm-mm.
I mean, he seems fairly satisfied with his new friend.
And I did turn out all of my belongings, so it's not on my person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find the privy.
Okay.
And like I said, give me 10 minutes.
Okay, you go take a shit.
Continuing today's theme.
I'm pooping. So
This is the fourth time that has come up today.
Fenric and Kothar, you guys see something fairly odd. When you look back to where Lander went, you see that the entire small shack that he went into is now covered in this mist, just circling it. But the one other thing you notice is that there appears to be some of the mist stuck in the tavern with you. Nothing great. Maybe this big, just sort of swirling around on the floor in a cyclone.
Can I try to... First, I'll try to like tap it with my sword, with the Dagon.
It just
blade.
splits, and when you
And
remove
then-
it, it comes back together.
And then I'm gonna like just sigh, and then try to reach out to it with my other hand.
Okay. When you do, make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. It kind of like wraps itself around your fingers, and almost like a snake would, just like traveling through your fingers and climbing up your hand, and then it sort of rescinds.
Okay. I was gonna say if it went any further, I had something for that, but we're good. I don't fucking know. I have
don't
no
know.
fucking clue. It's gotta be the ring. It's gotta be either it's cursed or it's an intelligent item.
I have not picked up a single piece of loot.
No, I know
The
it.
entire
I
campaign.
know.
I know-
I'm the
I
one
know.
who picked it up, and it's gone.
I'm in the
That's
same
issue.
boat with you, though. Like, I'm trying to figure out in my head what's going on.
Okay.
Like, there's no
Oh.
feasible way I can see that we could get this through to you. Because to you, it's as if we're just like, yeah, there's no one there. We're just gonna keep trying to stab him or some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Lander's gonna come back.
Okay. Lander comes back, and you see Lawrence is still like at this point he pulled out another chair, and it seems like he's sitting in it. You guys saw that this little wisp of mist was trying to like pull a chair closer to the door, and you see it kind of like is creeping up on the chair itself.
At this point, I'm just gonna sit here, like cross-legged, blade across my lap in my hands, and I want to just think.
Okay.
I'm just putting everything else out of my way unless I hear something urgent,
Sure.
and I'm just meditating on this scenario.
You come back, and Lawrence says, Lander, how was your business? And he kind of laughs at that.
Oh god. Are we all okay now? I mean, did you talk it out while I was gone? Are we decided that I'm not crazy?
They poked me a little bit, but I'm okay. Not with a blade this time, of course, with their finger.
You didn't even talk to each other?
I tried.
I'm actually talking to him. You didn't even talk to them?
I tried. They wouldn't answer me.
They keep saying I'm saying whatever you're saying,
They
so
wouldn't answer me whatsoever.
No one talked to us. No one talked to us.
There we go again, ignoring me. Seems pretty par for the course.
All right, Lander. Your friend can come along with us. But I'm just going to tell you now. Your friend's going to start asking you to do things. And you remember. I warned you.
the only thing he's done is offer me refreshments. He gave me juice earlier.
I'm not saying what he's done. I'm saying what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he hasn't asked me to do anything.
Okay, but when he does,
Okay. He just wants to
Remember.
help see me succeed so he can thrive. Whatever that means.
Uh,
I do know what the word thrive means. I just don't
Yeah.
understand in this context what it means.
Ted, Arcana check. You know that is very similar wording to what a demon would say.
Fucking goddamn bullshit.
what Lander just said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wants to see me succeed so he can thrive.
All right. Well, perhaps we should continue on. And did you bury Astrid already?
Yes, not that you care.
I was gonna say we should find a church for her.
Yeah.
She didn't.
We should have people that are qualified for burial rites
Well, it's
to
done.
take care of it.
Hearing that, I will come out and say, I'll perform the rites.
It's already done.
We've
It wasn't
already
done
buried
properly.
her. No thanks to you.
You may have buried her, but did you send her on her way to the afterlife?
Wait, you heard him!
See, now they want to pay attention to me.
Lander, I'm not going to reiterate my previous statements. Just take me to where Astrid was buried.
No, you
please.
just responded directly to him.
I was responded directly to you, Lander.
Again with this nonsense.
I don't know what
Lander, if
is
it
in
will
your
ease
head.
their mind, let us take them to her site.
Do I know what to do with a demon like that?
No. I don't think you would.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
Please tell me.
Have I read anything in a book, maybe, about like religion, like how they?
Make a religion check. You know that they're often exorcised via high-level clerics, or turning them, or kill the host.
I mean, there's always Plan C.
There's always the option of forcing it to come out of its own volition.
By what, killing me?
No, there's other ways. That's up to you guys, though,
Oh, okay.
to figure that out.
Like, torturing you to the brink of death.
I mean,
But that's later game. We'll worry about that
At
later.
the end of that.
Whoa! Alright. On that note,
No. Okay, yeah, we'll take you to where she's buried.
okay. You guys are led outside of town, down the hill a little bit, to a gravesite, and it looks pretty well put together. Nothing seems out of place. It looks fairly well done to the capabilities of Lander.
At the foot of a very, very large oak tree, because she was Astrid of the House of the Golden Oak. Not that any of you remember that.
no.
Just gonna roll my eyes.
Know her, Lander.
You're right. I didn't know who she was. I'm sorry.
If you've forgotten, you found me trapped in the cave where my friend died.
Yeah, she saved your life. You'd think you'd know her name.
I
No
know her name.
respect for the dead here.
She definitely did not save my life, I'll tell you that. None of you did. And I'm going to proceed to just pray over the, I guess, grave.
Sure. Yeah. So
Do I know the customs of
religion check.
the elven ways? Religion.
You
Nope.
don't. You do not.
Right. I'll just do like the common way I'd bury someone.
Yeah.
Just to try to send them to
Yeah.
a peaceful afterlife.
As you try and bury and do these rites, you normally get some kind of feedback because of your religious nature. You're getting no feedback here. You don't feel like this is done correctly.
I'll stand up and like quizzically and be like, something's wrong.
Lander, can we move on? This place is all
Can
very
we-
droll.
Something's wrong.
Just
with the
go
grave.
now. Haven't we dealt with this?
Can I tell if it's coming from the grave or just around
You
me?
can't tell.
Okay.
Just taking everything in me, not to just turn on hearts.
How exactly did you bury her?
We dug a hole. We put her in it. and
Every
filled the
detail,
hole
then,
up.
please.
Okay, I dug part of the hole and Lawrence dug the rest of it.
Do I get anything from that?
I mean, as much as you can infer
It's
from
a
that.
hole in the ground. There's
It's a
not
hole in
really
the ground. There's
lot
not
of
a whole lot
detail.
to it.
Well, I just meant like if I figured like the mist doing something with it could have interfered
Yeah,
somehow.
Potentially. You don't know.
Like, did
what
he
it
actually
is.
dig, or did I just see it?
Yeah. You don't know what it is.
Well, more so like because from our point of view, the mist is moving things.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if like the mist messing with the grave site could have like interfered.
Lander, how much longer must we spend here?
That's a very good
We
question.
have to get you home.
Can we please go so we can get you fixed, and then I can go home? And by you, I was indicating Fenric.
Oh, okay. We need to find out where to go then.
Lander, is he
Um,
even... I haven't seen him have any issues. Are you sure he needs fixing? Maybe he's just faking it.
Yeah, he explodes every now and then. It's weird.
Explodes?
Yeah,
Is he some kind of
some
demon?
kind of spell plague because he was a nosy little elf and just had to go touch stuff. Which is the first time you've ever heard him use non-inclusive language about anything.
I mean, I'm right here, mate. Can hear you.
You were nosy.
Quit being a dick.
That's no language to use talking about Lander.
Just gonna
Just
ignore
imagining
his
this coming out
craziness.
of my
Yeah.
mouth.
What do
How
you
far
mean to
away?
me?
How far away is the town again?
The time you were just in?
Yep.
You're at the gate. I mean, you can
Okay.
get there in like 20 minutes.
I'd like to go back and check because I'm sure like the Goliath was staying there somewhere.
Sure. So you head back to the town.
I'll stay
I'd
with
like to-
Lander to keep company.
Yeah, I'd just like to find any evidence or any information on how to get rid of this, or who's in charge, or what.
So
Anything.
you remember when you were talking with Iskra, he says that it's not a curse, it's a gift. And that he actually showed you, he taught with the salve, he basically told you it's now a gift. I mean, you don't feel any pain anymore. You don't feel like you're going to be in trouble.
Okay. Well then, okay.
He did tell you that the salve he used made you usable.
Right.
Made your mark something you can control.
Okay. Then I mean, I'm probably gonna continue on looking for my dad,
Okay.
my
Do you-
long lost
do you
dad.
leave them?
I'm not gonna leave them, but I'm gonna say, well, it seems my affliction is now under control. I need to go find my father that mysteriously disappeared. You're welcome to join me if you like. If not, I mean,
Shove
we
off.
can always say goodbye. Yeah, shove off.
So you're not gonna explode and kill everybody at any moment.
I feel like I have it under control.
See, Lander, he's not having any trouble. Why should we care about him now? He's clearly got things under control.
Shut up, he still needs help.
Elfman, do you need help?
I mean, I don't need your help. I need Lander's help.
Lander, what assistance could we offer this man? What do you think would work?
Just Lander. You can't come, Lawrence. You're not invited.
Lander, what do you
Bring
think
my
I
birthday party.
could do to assist him?
I don't know. All I've seen you do so far is dig a hole. I'm actually starting like a kind of coming down off of the Lawrence high.
Well,
Um,
Lander, give me a task.
Oh, fuck. No.
I'll prove that I'm worth it. Prove that I'm worth your care.
I mean, Lander.
I'll look at Fenric. Would that do for you if you just tell him to do anything? If he helps, then he can come. Because I do want to help you. You are my friend.
And I'm your friend, Lander. Friends of friends.
Shut up.
He's like,
I'm literally cutting myself off at this point.
that's all I'm imagining. It's great.
I just don't imagine you need to babysit anyone, Lander. You're a strong lad.
We've definitely
We don't need him.
We definitely
Just
kept
drop
you
him.
here long enough.
Leave him here. You just met the guy.
That's true. I mean, that's why I'd rather help you than just say fuck off and go home now.
Then
Because I mean, I could. I have fulfilled my mission. I should be rewarded by my town elders for whatever. But I still don't have the answers. Actually, no, I don't. I haven't finished my mission. Hang on.
Yeah,
I just realized that I need the answers to keep the town safe, which I don't have yet. So
shit.
I can't leave you.
It's at this point when
Lawrence,
when you start
seriously.
like, I'm explaining to you as the DM.
Yeah.
So when you kind of like are going through this head again, you notice that Lawrence has a different mannerism. He's not very jovial at this point anymore. He's not very go-lucky, not trying to be subservient. You see him like prop himself up, fix his tie.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy man.
Lander, these men have what you seek. They clearly are no longer suffering. They know how to stop this. They know how to finish your quest.
Who?
Make them tell you.
Is Isker still here?
Sorry?
Is Isker still here?
No, he's back in town.
we're on the outside of town.
Okay, yeah. Is that true, Fenric? You know how to stop it for good to keep the town safe?
I have no earthly idea.
Make
Is
a
Fenric
deception check.
lying to me?
Lander, if he doesn't know, then of what use is he?
He can help me find the answer. He needs it just as badly as I do.
If he...
Just because he can control it doesn't mean he's fixed.
But what else would he try and do? Would he seek out how to use this ability for ill? I'm not sure we can trust him. The lizard man is one thing, but the magic man is another.
Can I hear any of this?
You actually can't hear this anymore.
Because
Oh.
this is all in my head. Because he's talking directly to me.
Lander, I believe we need to make a decision. Give me the task.
Here's what I want you to do, Lawrence. I want you to travel to the depths of the 9 hells and never return.
I'll see you soon. And this mist fades into the earth. And behind it, you see that Lander has a tattoo on his neck.
Oh, fuck. Yo,
You got-
you got
you
some ink. Are
Yeah,
you legal?
demon
You have
tattoo.
that? You allowed to have that?
Do I know what the mark is?
You
What it
do
means?
not.
Would I know?
Does anyone know Infernal?
I know
Oh,
Bissell.
wait, hang on. No.
You can't read your own neck.
Well, they could look at it, draw it, and then I could. But
Nah, I have
can't.
Abyssal, not Infernal.
Then nobody knows what it means. However,
Okay.
Fuck, Abyssal's beholders, not demons. God damn it.
yep. Hey.
Alright.
And
Got
tieflings.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, Abyssal is devils,
But
not demons.
Yeah.
it's at that point that you feel no longer clouded in your judgment. No longer like you're second guessing yourself and Lawrence appears to have been gone. You realize that this maybe is the start of a new journey. One where, through this, you all can actually work together on a new task. And in so doing, help others. Fenric mentioned that he's looking for his father. In the mine, you saw notations of a place that read Deeper. Deeper isn't a meaning of further in, but instead a place.
Oh.
Deeper leads to the Underdark.
Oh, fuck.
I have a map of the Underdark.
When you
We're going
think
to the
about
Underdark.
it, Fenric, you realize Deeper is a place that you recall. Deeper is from one of the circles of the Underdark that you remember your father speaking of. In a way, this is exactly what the Blade of Dagon meant. This is where you needed to go. Not only did you find Claw, not only was Fenric able to control his abilities, but you've also found a new path. And that is where we're going to end Season 3.
Wait,
Ba-doop,
before,
doop, doop.
I have a tiny little epilogue. Like as the credits begin rolling,
Are you
I
planning
said
on
I just
leaving?
have. Lander has to do one thing before we continue on this new journey.
What is it?
He finds a metal barrel, a place that is fit for a fire.
Okay.
He starts a fire. Takes out all of his journals, and Fenric, you did not realize how many books this guy was carrying on him. There's like 4 or 5 journals that he's been carrying, and he just tosses them into the fire and walks away.
And in so doing, burns his entire story, giving himself freedom. And that is where we're going to end Season 3. I think
GG's.
for next season, we are going to be doing something a little different, but I'm going to keep this game open, because what we're going to be doing is continuing on later on with these characters. Because I feel like that's important, and it'd be very unfair to each of you, after having this big push, to not have anything happen. So, keep hold, and we will continue on at a later date. However, I do want to thank each and every one of you for playing with me these last few weeks. I do appreciate all of your effort, and we will definitely continue that at a later date. We are currently looking into more players and DMs for Weighted Dice for Season 4. We hope to continue this in the next couple of weeks, after we have some much-needed reprieve, and try and figure out exactly which direction that we want to go with that. But this is the part of the show where we talk about what's happening in our lives. Mr. Ted, how are you doing?
Good, man. Like
Yeah.
I said, I just did the podcast with Shell Games this morning, so that'll be coming out on May 1st.
Shellgames.com/podcast.
Yep. And yeah, talked about some really cool stuff. And what else? I'm just going to be applying to jobs around the city this coming week.
Word.
What's that?
Word.
Nice.
Word.
Okay.
What else is going on? I think that's it for me
Okay.
for now.
Perfect.
More to come.
What about you, Mr. Romeo Kilo?
Work
Work.
is all I have been doing. I worked yesterday, I worked this morning before this, and I will be working tonight after this.
Okay.
Other than
Oof.
work, I have been playing the original StarCraft because Blizzard made it free, and I loved that game as a kid. And I lost my CDs, and so now I can get it again. And I played it until 3 a.m. last night.
That's awesome.
So
Nice work.
Fantastic. And what about you,
That's
Narwhal?
it.
Oh,
That's all.
okay. What about you, Narwhal?
Maybe Training Dice Tuesday?
we will not be streaming it
Yeah.
because we just always have too many issues when we do that.
Okay.
So we're working on getting everything back up, caught up on YouTube. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll be playing. I just didn't want to talk about it
Okay.
because didn't want people to expect it to be here.
Yes, we
I'll
are.
be doing that then.
We are doing
Some
weighted dice or trading dice on a YouTube frequency. So feel free to check up on our
Okay.
YouTube channel for that stuff. Videos go live eventually during the week. I think we need to work on an
Yeah.
actual schedule for that stuff. Also, we're going to be potentially planning more stuff in the future. So if there is a type of game you want to see, if there's a type of campaign you would like to see, let us know. DM us over at twitter.com/weighted_dice or at weighteddnd@gmail.com, where we will respond as quickly as we can. We're not the fastest people, but we try. As for myself, of course, we are doing more live streams over at twitch.tv/Galestrom, where I play various games and of the video genres. Also potentially do planning for D&D, some voice acting and stuff like that. Currently, we're playing through Lisa. Lisa's a very fun game. I'm having a good amount of time with it.
So good.
I love all my beautiful boys. #save Carrie. Guilty made RPG dress up. No. But we will be doing other stuff in the future. And as always, guys, we love seeing you here. We love having you here. Keep tabs on Twitter for information as to when the next season will go up. And beyond that, I think that's it for us today. As always, guys, roll some dice. Or whatever. I don't care. Bye, guys.
Yeah.